And welcome everybody to the Chicago Street Course for the running of the Circle K Grand Prix. It's going to be the 10th round of ASCA's 8th season of competition at the Cup level. And I am joined once again by Levi Leib. Armani isn't here at the moment, maybe he'll join us later. But Levi, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. I've had a pretty good day so far, and it's going to be even better once this race gets going.
Well, Levi, let's talk about this race in more detail, because this is going to be the first race in the iRacing era here at a street course here at Chicago. What can we expect from the racing here tonight?
I think we can expect a lot from the racing here tonight. A lot of crashes, I think, is what we're going to see. I think this track is really hard on the brakes, and the braking zones are kind of awkward. So I think we're going to see a lot of drivers missing their braking points and just going bowling. So I think we'll see a lot of that tonight. This track is also very rough, so it'll be pretty hard on tires, too, throughout the day. So that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just a really rough race. I mean, I was doing some laps early on here tonight, and I'll tell you, it was hell. There's going to be a lot of mistakes by these guys, but there is one driver for certain that will still be in control of this race, and that is going to be point leader AJ Hyder, who's coming into tonight. If I can find him, he's somewhere around here. Hold on, I'm trying to find him. There he is. Found him over here on pit lane. AJ Hyder's coming in tonight as he comes out of pit road as the point leader and the favorite to win tonight. Not only is he an incredible racer on the ovals, he's an even better racer on the road courses. Is there anybody out there tonight here, Levi, that can stand up to him?
Well, I think tonight someone will stand up to him. That'll be Aiden Walker. He won on the first road course of the year at Portland, and I think he'll do it again tonight. I think he'll win today. I think he'll put the fight to him.
For sure, and there's also another driver I want to talk about, and that's the guy right now leading practice with a 131.1. That is the rookie, Van Drugman, in the number 80 car. He's coming in tonight. Remember, he almost won at Charlotte last weekend, got beat out by Thurston late. He showed some incredible pace, outran Hyder and Thurston towards the end of the race. Unfortunately, things didn't go his way there that day, but he's looking like a favorite. We're seeing it every single week. He's coming to these races, and he is showing some incredible pace. Could tonight be the night there for him?
I think tonight could be the night if things go right. I don't know how he is on road courses, but I think if everything goes right and goes his way, he could end up winning tonight.
Looking through some of the rest of the drivers we have here tonight. Right now, sitting in 15th is Ethan Moses. Got his first career ASCA top 5 a few weeks ago at Dover and did an incredible job over there. Up ahead is Jason Samito. 3 career ASCA top 10s, trying to make a 4th here tonight. He has not had a great start to this season at all in that 94 car. He has been looking for some pace, for some good finishes. They have not been coming. Unfortunately, that damage ain't too promising at the moment for sure. And here is who Levi was talking about. Aiden Walker's out on the track, and I forgot to add a description for him. So Aiden Walker doesn't have anything on there. Oh, wait, it's because he has L in his name. That's why. But Aiden's out on the track. He did get his first ASCA Cup Series win earlier on in the season at Portland, beating Hyder at his own game. Watch out for Walker here tonight as he sits 9th on the board, looking to get his second win of the season and trying to beat Hyder once again. Right ahead of him is Wayne A. Kennedy, 2 top 10s in his career. Both came last season. It's been a really rough struggle for Kennedy this season. He seems to, every time that he gets involved in these races, he always ends up getting involved in a crash. He's still going to turn things around here, although I'll tell you, he is not even saying a time yet, so he's still got to figure that out. Clinton McDonald's here tonight, won at Atlanta a few weeks ago. Looking to make it 2 wins here tonight. And watch out for this man, Connor Trafari, 2nd on the board, 4/10 back from Drugman. But that's another driver that if things go his way, he could be in contention for this win. This is going to be such an unpredictable race here, Levi. This is unlike a track that we've ever raced at before. Besides from Aiden Walker, is there anyone else that you're looking on your radar?
I have, no, not really.
Well, God forbid. God, this is why I don't. Here's Pravin Vijaykumar in the 60 as he's coming to pit road. Now, watch out for him tonight because he has had an incredible rookie season, but the stats wouldn't tell you that. Every time that he runs well, something happens to him. Looking to turn around here tonight in that 60 car. As fucking Wayne A. Kennedy just flies into turn 1, fucking murders everybody. There's Garrett White. Garrett White was fighting for the win at Charlotte last week, got beat by James Thurston late, couldn't get up to the back bumper to make a move, got his second ASCA career top 5 that night in his rookie season. Garrett's right now in the playoff picture. You want to know one driver that isn't? Chris Lilly. He's coming into tonight outside of the cut line by 12 points. It has been an awful second half of the season here for him so far. He has had 5 straight DNFs coming into tonight, and he has lost all of his points cushion. Remember last season, Levi? He was battling for the point lead before playoff time from his consistency. It has been the complete opposite for him. He's looking to turn things around, the 2-time champion, trying to make it to the playoffs once again.
Yeah, he's looking to point his way in the playoffs here with only about 5 races left till the chase starts. Like you said, those 5 DNFs in a row really hurt him. He's had a horrible streak of luck as of late. Tonight could be the night that he turns it around on a street course of all places, so we'll see if he can do that tonight. I think a lot of it's come from the fact that he's kind of not been as fast this season. He's run towards the middle of the pack, and we all know when you run back there, the chances of getting wrecked are a lot higher, and that's pretty obvious seeing as how much he's crashed.
Right behind Gabe Cazola is Jason Marshall. Jason's coming in tonight with a great season on his resume so far. Got that 3rd place finish at Dover a few weeks ago. He's also proven to be a pretty good road course racer. He ran as they're fucking dying down to turn 1. Thanks, Garrett. But Jason was doing a really good job at Portland, had a good finish and good run there. He's looking to turn things around right now here tonight with another good run. Unfortunately, his times are allowed to be desired. Right now, 22nd on the board at the moment. Looking to turn things around here in practice. Right behind him is Aiden Arevalo. Won at Talladega last season, but Levi, this has been a really awful year for him so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know Aiden Arevalo personally, and he has not had the luck this season at all. He's missed a couple races, and he's just not been on point with this new Xfinity car. I asked him, when are you going to win for me again? And he said Talladega, so he'll win here soon. Maybe point his way to the playoffs, but he's going to have to do really good in these last couple races.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's having a really good practice session so far as he slams the fence going through turn 4. He's playing now 8th on the board right now 9th. So all things considered, this has been one of his better practice performances compared to late. As we're looking through some of our other drivers here, here is the 72 Kayla Hankins coming in tonight, 2nd in the points as Diego Roldan runs into the fence. Good job, Diego. Really proud of you there. But Kayla Hankins coming in tonight here, 2nd in the points, looking to continue to hold on to his very consistent season. But it has not been a good practice session for him. He's hit the wall every single attempt he's out there. He might have an opportunity here to put down a lap. But so far, it has not been a good practice for him. But at a track like this, you can probably get away with being pretty mediocre as long as you stay out of trouble.
Yeah, a lot of this race, I think, is just going to come down to keeping your car clean just because of the nature of this track. With how tight it is and all of the stuff going on and all the roughness, it's going to be more so of a race of just keeping yourself clean throughout the whole day.
Jeremy Lewis right now 8th on the board. He had a pretty good run going at Charlotte. He was doing pretty all right. He's looking to have it seems like he always seems to have the pace, but bad stuff always seems to run his way. This probably isn't the track to turn his luck around, admittedly, but you never know how it could be. Here's Aiden Robertson making his return after his suspension from Charlotte. And we definitely felt it with some green flag runs that day. Unfortunately, he has made his return, which means we'll have to go back to business. We'll probably see him in the wall a few times here today, but he's doing all right so far at the moment. Right now, 13th on the board, trying to get his first Cup Series win at some point. He right now carries 2 Truck Showdown wins to his resume, but no National or Cup wins to his name. If anything, if really stupid things start happening, we might see Aiden and Robertson in victory lane at some point. Probably not tonight, though.
Definitely not tonight, and I don't think any time in the future. I don't even think he'll be at Talladega. I think he'll get suspended before then.
And here is who was the fastest man. He'd been the fastest all practice long. Connor Trevorrow just put down the fastest lap by about 6/1000ths of a second. Or 600ths of a second, I'm sorry. But here's Van Drugman, the rookie that has been putting ASCA on the map throughout these last few weeks, showing some incredible speed at Dover, fighting for the win at Charlotte. And right now, he is showing race-winning pace here tonight at Chicago. And just look how quickly he caught Wayne and went around him. Watch out for the rookie here tonight as he's fighting for his first career ASCA Cup Series victory.
Yeah, he's pretty much has nothing to lose at the points open, and he is not in the points battle at all. So He's just really gonna have to be aggressive and go for wins and worry about the championship next season.
Yeah, we talked to him during his performance a few weeks ago. I mean, he said that he wasn't, interested in really fighting for a title or anything like that. He's just coming here to perform well and have fun. And that's something that he's definitely putting to the truth. He has showing some incredible performances. Here's Ryan Arnold here. Right now, 17th on the board. Pick it up, Ryan. Come on.
Yeah, he's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. He's not fast right now.
Collins, as Jeremy Lewis wants me to start calling him, not Collins, God forbid. But Corbin's out on the track right now, one ASCA top 5 to his name in his career, trying to make it 2 here tonight. And he very much might. He's one of the better drivers here in the series. If he can pick it up here in the last few minutes or so. How much time do we have left? We have about 8 minutes, or actually 3 minutes left of practice before we go into qualifying. He'll be able to put down a lap or two before it ends. We'll see what kind of pace he shows. Here is Aiden Smith coming in tonight. Now, a bit of a story with Aiden Smith. He's coming in here tonight with a shot monitor. His monitor shit itself a few weeks ago, and he did send a picture of what monitor he's using tonight. Well, it's a really tiny monitor that I don't think is exactly meant for racing, and you can tell because he's spinning it out through turn 4. Aiden Smith right now 18th on the board. He had the points lead early on in the season, but these last few weeks, similar case to Chris Lilly, it has been a horrific last couple of weeks for Aiden Smith. Not so much, though, for Nicholas Budimlik. He's doing a really good job these last few weeks. Whenever he shows up to a race and actually tries to race, he performs very well. We saw that last season, too. Right now, he sits 14th on the board. A very decent effort so far from Budimlik as he tries to go for his first win in the iRacing era. Watch out for the Season 2 national champion. They make a splash here tonight in his Nesquik Chevrolet. Here is, and there has been a lot of shakeups here in practice, and we didn't talk about him. There he is right there. James Thurston, right now, leading the charge at the moment, at the top of the board by 2/10 over AJ Heyer. Everyone was coming into tonight saying AJ's going to run away with this thing. Never watch out for James Thurston. Remember, at Watkins Glen last season, it was Hyder and Thurston fighting out for the win all race long. He is a very talented road racer, to say the least. And after his triumphant win at Charlotte last week, after having an awful sophomore slump put to rest, he is turning his season around fastest in practice and looking for the pole here in just a minute or so.
Yeah, there's definitely been a vibe change on this 96 car. After that win at Charlotte, everything just seems a little bit better. I think this could be the start of the turnaround, or fully turnaround, and gain some spots in the points. Oh my god.
What?
Just saw someone die.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah.
Looking through to see if we have anyone else. There's Marcus Vanderlee. 2 ASCA Cup Series victories to his name, trying to make it a third. Unfortunately, as he slams the fence over in turn 5, that kind of attitude ain't gonna happen. Robert Eccleberry right now sitting 29th. Oh, Robert, come on, man. Comes in tonight, 4 national wins to his name in his career. Trying to get that cup win. He has been in ASCA for 7 seasons, one of the longest winless streaks in ASCA history. And as he slams the fence, it's definitely not coming tonight, but we can only pray and wait for him to finally get it done. Here's Jason Gallagher spinning it out here through the back straightaway as we are going over to qualifying. And I think it's only fair that we go ahead and take a look at James Thurston here for qualifying. Let's see what the fastest man in practice has in store for us here at Chicago.
This is the most entertaining part of the night, is qualifying. Qualifying on the road courses is always much more fun than the race. Everybody knows that. Oh boy, David wants it in the ground. Fuck you, David.
Hey, Levi, can we get a car count tonight? How many people are trying to qualify for this race?
I believe so. 31. I'm 32. I think 32.
Well, at the very least, as
showing me. What the world?
Thurston is going to abandon that. I guess he isn't too pleased with how the car's feeling. So, I mean, this is the type of games you have to play here in qualifying, especially at a road course. You need to be picture perfect every single corner. So, if Thurston feels like that he wants to go back and give it another whirl, then he can do just that.
Okay, so I've got a couple commands for you. Chris Lilly says refresh your trading paints, and Wayne A. Kennedy wants you to check DMs. He's got cameras for you.
Okay. So first off, it's already refreshed, so you guys need to be updating your paints. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah, no, they're already up to date, so that's you guys not updating your paints. Secondly, thank you, Wayne A. Kennedy. I will happily use these cameras. All right, everyone, just ignore all this. You aren't seeing any of this. All right, Thurston is back out on the track here. He's getting it back rolling here. Slow and steady here on the outlap. All about setting up for that final corner to where he's going to go ahead and get his first lap underway.
Yeah, I want to look at that braking zone right there. That's a very weird braking zone. You have to get on the brakes heavy there and pretty early. And the wall kind of swings out a little bit. So some of the drivers are going to try and follow that wall to widen their entry as much as possible. And some of them aren't. So that'll be something to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be... It's a balancing act, Levi. I mean, you have to take it easy, but you also have to push if you want to get that fast lap. Because if you over-push, then you're heading straight for the wall, especially in the second half of the lap here, where the walls get so tight around you, and you just really don't have a lot of room to work with. It's all about that balancing act if you want to get pole position.
Yeah, it seems like as the lap goes on, the track just kind of keeps squeezing in on you until you get down to this front straightaway where he'll start lap number 1 into the braking zone of turn number 1. Swing out wide, back in. Oh, got really close to the wall, carrying all of his momentum out.
I mean, you have to.
A little bit tricky. Yeah. Oh,
you can tell he's pushing it. Right now, Roldan with the fastest lap, 131.186. That is the time to beat right now for Roldan. Trafari beats that with a 137.34.
That is shocking. Diego, we've seen struggle a lot this season, and I don't think he'll hold on to it, but pretty good lap from him, all things considered.
Aiden Arevalo with a really good lap. He sits fourth right now. Gallagher in third. So great qualifying performance. Again, a road course like this is really where you're going to start seeing a lot of these drivers that we don't normally talk about in ASCA start to shine. But the regulars will always be there to lend their helpful services, including James Thurston, Connor Trafari. Thurston now coming through the long left-hander, heading towards the kink in the final 2 corners.
Yeah, this part of the track is horrible. That long fountain section, and it comes out into this McDonald's section. Yeah. Winds up here over the train tracks.
Dimitri Mundros goes third fastest. Great run there for him. Here comes Thurston through the final corner. Let's see what kind of lap he can set here in qualifying as he comes to the flag.
130. So far, that puts P1 on the board.
Let's see if he has enough time to do a second lap. I imagine he doesn't. As Thurston goes 130.628. Pole position there for James Thurston. And
he's got plenty of time.
Does he? Oh, it's an extended qualifying session?
Yeah, he's got 4 minutes.
Okay, well then we're good. We're going to see if Thurston can beat it here on his second lap. While he does that, let's see if I can find AJ Hyder. Here he is right here. Hyder is coming around here. And I do believe this is his first lap. If not, it's his second lap and he abandoned the first.
Mine, it says it's his first lap, so as he comes through this long right-hander, the car likes to get upset a little bit through there, especially with the bumps, and the braking through here is horrible with all those bumps. This part of the track is really rough. You have to nail it pretty well so you don't lock up.
I don't know if maybe I'm just, maybe if I'm misseeing things, but I'm not liking this first half lap. It looks like he's just a little sluggish through these corners, but I might be wrong. This might be the best way to go around the track, or he's definitely taking it slow here. He's setting up for a second lap here. No way this is race pace right here.
Yeah, he just, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's pushing. It looks very slow through a lot of these corners.
Yeah, he's setting up for lap 2 here. And Drugman, pole position by 2/10.
Whoa.
There he is right here. Van Drugman, the rookie. Almost won Charlotte last week. He's on pole this week.
Like you said in the pre-race, could this be the week that he wins a race? And he can hold on to this pole position. That'll make things a lot easier for him. He seems really fast right now. I'm just interested to see what Hyder can do.
I mean, I'm just shocked to see this kind of speed out of him. I mean, it's just incredible to see. Hyder is now on his second and final lap. It's time to push.
Oh, slid the tires a little bit through 1. I don't think he hit the apex as well as he would have liked. Now into turn 2. Pretty good turn 2 there. He's going to keep it tidy on the exit, real close to the wall. He's just sweeping right-hander.
Look at the car slide through that right-hander, heading towards the double right-hander here.
Yeah, he got on a big bump on that entry to the double right-hander. Now on the exit, he's going to carry it all the way out to the exit, to the wall. Now right here, this is probably the trickiest part of the track is this set of corners. The braking through here, you have to nail perfectly as it tightens up. And you have this upcoming right-hander where it's real tight, followed by the long left-hander. And kind of the same right-hander as it is right here.
And look at the car slide here through these corners. You can see the tire tracks coming off those tires as Hyder now goes through the fountain section. Let's see what he can do here, coming towards the final few corners.
The final 2 corners. I got real close to the wall. Carry all his momentum out. The rear end starting to slide around a little bit. Into the braking, going to brake right around that turn signal.
Coming to the checkered flag here. Let's see what Hyder can pull. Will it be pole position for Hyder?
Oh, third.
Wow. And that is going to be pole position for rookie Van Drugman after an incredible run at Charlotte last weekend. He is on pole position tonight, putting all of our championship contenders on notice.
Yeah, this could be a really interesting race with him out front. We saw how aggressive he can get last week, and we'll see what he does this week.
I'm just impressed. I mean, that's a really good performance there for him, really.
We need more drivers to come up and challenge these lead guys, and Drugman seems like the type of driver to do that.
And that was not by a small margin. That was by 2 whole tenths of a second. Like, Thurston and Hyder got their asses kicked here in qualifying. We don't say that often.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Just the fact that he was not only able to beat Thurston and Hyder, but by that much. That is a very big margin, especially for a track like this.
A few shout-outs here. Ryan Arnold, I was shit-talking him during practice. 7th in qualifying. Definitely made me eat my words there. Great run there for Arnold. Right now, it's Moondros 8th, Gallagher 9th, Arevalo in 10th. We mentioned his speed in practice. He follows that up with a good qualifying effort inside the top 10. As we are getting set here for I believe, the warm-ups here before we go into the main race. And we'll take advantage of that opportunity to go through our starting lineup here for tonight's race. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our starting lineup here for tonight's race. It's going to be Van Drugman on pole position with James Thurston alongside, followed by AJ Hyder and Connor Trafari in row 2. Aiden Walker and Diego Roldan make up row 3 with Ryan Arnold and Dimitri Mundros in row 4. Moving over to row 5 now, Jason Gallagher and Aiden Arevalo make up the row, followed by Chris Lilly and Jeremy Lewis. Corbin Collins and Garrett White make up row 7, with Nicholas Budimlik and Aiden Smith making up 15th and 16th. Going to 17th and 18th, it'll be Jason Marshall and Justin Roth, followed by Ethan Moses and Clinton McDonald, rounding out the top 20. To the outside of the top 20 we go. Jason Samito and Gabe Kazola make up row 11, followed by Daniel Botting and Owen Chabinski in row 12. Then in row 13, we got Kayla Hankins and Pravin Vijayakumar, followed by Connor Boyce and Marcus Vanderlee. Then rounding out the top 30, it will be Aiden Robertson and Robert Echoberry, followed by Wayne A. Kennedy and Michael Steinbach. And that's going to round out the field here of 32 here for tonight's race. And Levi, we've just saw practice. We've just saw qualifying. Who is your favorite to win here tonight?
I said Aiden Walker in the pre-race show, but I'm going with Van Jungman, man. He seems really fast and aggressive. I think tonight's the night that he gets that first win in the ASCA Cup Series. What about you, Gavin?
Well, I'll tell you what. I think that I'm not picking Hyder because that's not fun, all right? I do think Hyder's going to get his ass kicked tonight, but I don't think it's going to be from Van Drugman. I think that it's going to be Connor Trafari getting his first win of the season here tonight, here at Chicago. This just seems like the type of place where his skill set of causing problems will be very effective, especially when it comes to that front bumper.
Yep, we're going to see that used a lot tonight.
38 laps make up the distance here tonight. We were talking about that last night with Chris. It was originally going to be 40, but he decided last minute to go ahead and just add on or take away 2 laps. I don't think that that's going to particularly change anything. But when it comes, did he not? Did he change it back to 40?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. He was lying to me. So 40 laps is the distance here tonight, Levi. And I want to ask you, compared to most other tracks, when it comes to pit strategy, what makes a track like Chicago so unique?
I'm not too terribly sure. I've never raced a lot on Chicago, but I definitely know it's different. The tires are going to wear out a lot today. I don't know how hot it is, but I just know this track is really rough, and I think the best option might be to short pit, because I think the tires are going to be at such a disadvantage on the long run that staying out that long is not a good idea.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the roughest tracks when it comes to tire wear. I mean, there's just so many bumps. There's no grip anywhere on the track. That car, especially when we start getting into the race and people start pushing, it is definitely going to slide, and you are going to be losing time and time lap after lap. And I'll tell you, when we went to Watkins Glen last season, the main reason why Hyder won was because of the short pit strategy and because he was able to extend his fuel all the way. Now, I don't know about fuel, but tires are going to be playing a big factor here tonight.
I'm not 100% on fuel either. Most of the races I've done here are C or B fix, not 40 lappers, so I have no idea what the fuel mileage is looking like on that. Oh my god!
What? What's happening? What happened?
I just saw someone flip over the catch.
Love that.
That's great.
Looks like Jason Samito and Jason Gallagher are trying to kill each other right now.
Yeah. They gotta get all that energy out before the race. They gotta all wreck. Make this as boring as possible for us.
We got a big old pack coming here into turn 3.
Oh boy, I see this. This is not gonna go well.
Oh! Oh!
Oh! No! He just drove under him.
Yeah, it was fucking Jason that just ran through fucking, not through through fucking Jason Samito, dude. He's just sitting there.
Killed him.
And now
I drove under him. God.
here's someone I didn't talk about. Owen Chabinski coming into tonight, gets his fucking ass raped by fucking James Thurston down in turn 2.
there's a reason we've not talked about him. He was disappointing last season, and once again this year, been very disappointing. He has not ran fast. He's gotten crashed so many times. It's just been rough all year for him.
I mean, this season has been even worse than his original season 1 campaign, where he was the laughing stock of the series 5 years ago. Unfortunately, he is returning to his old ways of, yeah, it's not been great there for Owen Chapinski, to say the least.
Is Dimitri here?
Dimitri Mundros is here, yes.
Okay.
Unless he left the session. He qualified like 7th or 8th.
Okay. I just was wondering, because he is only 4 to the cut line. And, you know, I really want to talk about this cut line battle. Daniel Botting and Chris Lilly on the outside looking in. They're -4, -8 to the cut line. And Cade Reif, who I believe has a win on the year at Michigan, is only +9, and Mundros is only +4, so it's going to get tight here in these last couple of races. And like we were talking about, Chris Lilly with those 5 DNFs in a row, he qualified 11th, and I'm not seeing the pace out of him that I want to see to turn things around here tonight.
Well, the big thing is, when it comes to all those guys, what in the fuck is going on over here in turn 3? Aiden Arevalo and Marcus Vanderlee are doing something very inappropriate over here. And Daniel Botting trying to make a 3, so oh my god! Fucking Connor Trafari just went in there and ass-fucked every single one of them!
That was not good.
That was very inappropriate.
Oh my goodness.
Why would he do that? I know it's Pride Month, but Jesus Christ! Yo, I've heard of fucking a guy, but good lord. Oh my god, they're doing it again! Ryan Arnold's dead!
Apparently, you're very loud on the stream.
Yeah, well, these fuckers told me last time, oh, Gavin, you're too quiet, so I made myself louder. Are you happy? And now it's like, oh, Gavin, you're too loud. Here, I'll lower my volume. There. Are we good now? Hold on. Let me listen to this. Let me listen to this.
What if we do a mute lane?
Oh yeah, so I am definitely a little loud.
Also, you're a cuck, according to David Brunson.
What am I doing?
You're a cuck, apparently.
Well, Brunson needs to learn how to fucking drive before he starts talking.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, so hold on, let me lower it a little bit more. Because I was definitely a little confused when they were saying last time that I was a little loud. I was like, what are you guys talking about? I sound fine.
Oh my god, check turn 3 again.
Yeah, I know what's going on in turn 3. Okay, so hold on, let me lower it a little bit.
God.
Because I was definitely a little confused when they were saying last time that was a little loud. I was like, what are you guys talking about? I sound fine. Oh my god, check turn 3 again. Okay, hold on. I also have to lower my fucking, my volume on iRacing in general. Because that's always been a little loud. Here. Okay, that's a little much. I know what's going on. Okay, testing. Am I fine? Hello? Okay, testing. Am I fine? Hello? Okay, I think I'm fine now. I think I fixed it. All right, here's another thing I'm going to do. Levi, speak.
Gavin? I'm speaking.
Okay, there. We're fine now. Everything's okay. Anyway, It's time to okay, now that we fix all of our concerns when it comes to audio and all that, it's time to go green, bro.
Yup. Will
So,
this race be so mind-numbingly boring
I don't
that we'll
think it
start
will.
talking about other stuff, or will it be exciting?
Well, I don't think it will be that. I think we're gonna be just fine.
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, well, I'll tell you, coming in tonight, it is definitely going to be an exciting thing. As you said, Levi, there's a lot of playoff talk as we get up closer to playoff time when it comes to all that. Oh, thank you. That's why I did that. But anyway, when it comes to tonight, there's a lot on the line when it comes to playoffs. And doing it at a track like this, it's just so unpredictable, involves a set of skills that very few actually have. It's going to be lend here to a very exciting night of racing. For sure. Remember here, guys, for tonight's picks, Levi's got Drugman getting his first ASCA Cup Series victory. I think Connor Trafari is going to commit some terrorism down into turn 1. Everyone go ahead and put your picks in the chat. And pace laps are going to begin right now.
What is the 42 doing?
That is Owen Chabinski doing what he does best.
I know.
He is right now, I believe, it's what we call cock blocking a driver. He's right now blocking Daniel Botting.
I love Cox.
And here's what I need. I need every single person that's right now in this stream, watching this stream, to clip what Levi just said. I need multiple copies of it. All right, and I need everyone to put it in general in the ASCA Cup Series server. Thank you.
He's going to send this to my future employers. Please don't.
No. Your future employers are going to have to deal with this. Thank you. Yeah, if you could just DM me the clip, that'd be great. And put it in general, too.
This is why 7-Eleven's better than Circle K. Yeah.
This is why Circle K is trying to buy 7-Eleven right now, as we speak.
Oh.
Yeah, did you not know that?
Oh.
Yeah, they're trying to acquire. Yeah, they're trying to acquire 7-Eleven.
Oh. That's great.
Yeah, so don't pull anything. By the way, this race is sponsored by Circle K, your one-stop shop for all things convenience when it comes to gas, drink, food, everything that you can imagine. Go on in, get yourself a 99-cent Polar Pop, any size, all the same price. Whatever your preference is over there at the Polar Pop machine, all at the same price. Circle K, making it easier for everybody every day.
If you're going to go to Circle K or a gas station in general, you got to get taquitos. What are you talking about, man? I know that's the promotion, but don't listen to him. Get taquitos. Anything that's rolling in hot food might put you on the toilet for a long, long time.
Hey, you know, Circle K takes pride in giving people diarrhea.
Exactly.
I can't wait for people to crash here. Here, let's watch this. Let's see. Who's going to run into each other? I'm curious.
Everybody.
Okay, they're good so far. They're good so far. They're good. They're good. They're good. Marcus
no.
hit Hankins. Gallagher did not go to the grid. He chooses from 9th place that he was supposed to start. He's going to start in the pit lane here for tonight's race.
With Ethan Moses, so 2 guys starting for the pit lane.
I think that's smart. I think that they're banking on a yellow. Although maybe for Moses it makes sense, but for Gallagher not so much. But we are coming into the final few corners now, as we're going to start the second road course race of the season, the first street course race in the iRacing era, as they make the stroll down the front straightaway. Let's go racing at Chicago, Illinois. Green flags in the air in the Circle K Grand Prix.
And Thurston's already got a good jump on the race lead as they're 3 wide in the back. That's the 01 cars in it down the inside. Very deep into turn 1. Everyone going to mind their P's and Q's so far. It's pretty clean through 1.
As they go into turn 2, they continue to be side by side for the lead. Drugman and Thurston. Drugman will get the run around the outside to take the lead of the race. And Hyder's now on the attack for second as they head towards the double right-hander.
Yeah, and he's going to get in line there. Don't want to be side by side with the double right-hander. Look at how tight it is through here. You can definitely fit 2 cars through there, but it's not smart this early in the race. As mostly everyone gets single file. There's a spinner in the back. It's Aiden Smith.
That's not good.
He's turned around.
Let's get a look at that one really quickly. And there was contact with Justin Rudd. Aiden Smith through the corner, and a hard lick there for Owen Chabinski. Into the air goes Aiden Smith.
Yeah, whoa, that car all the way up off the ground. 4 tires up in the air, and I don't know how that thing didn't go over. That was a crazy crash. Both of those drivers with pretty good damage to their cars.
Well,
we have another spin. OJ is stopped on the track right now.
Of course he is. Who's
going
shot?
into the right-hander. Oh, down the back stretch, getting into the right-hander. He got on the brakes, got real sideways, and then into
Did he wreck himself? He fucking
got
wrecked
loose
himself.
under
Oh
braking.
my god.
He just decided to stop the car.
You know what my opinion is on him being here. Jesus Christ. As we start the second lap of the race, Drugman leads it over Thurston, over Hyder, but there is a ton of pressure between the top 3.
Yeah, they're right up on each other right now. As Trifari in the background looking, he could probably catch into these guys. And Drugman has kind of held this gap since the start of the first lap when he got by Thurston. He's not pulled away, but he's not lost any time either. Thurston with a really good exit right there, though, down the backstretch.
Yeah, I think Drugman currently just has a much better control of this race than Thurston and Hyder can have right now. The pace that he is showing right now is really incredible. We have not seen this kind of pace from somebody that hasn't been a championship contender since Aiden Walker at Portland, and he's right now running in 5th.
He's running 5th, and Aiden Walker, you know, has been really fast this season. Same with Van Drugman, though. Those races that he's been there, it's been fast, so not too terribly shocked that he's out front right now.
And keep in mind, coming in tonight, Drugman only has 1 career top 5. He has been fast everywhere that we've went. He just hasn't been able to put the performance down when it comes to those finishes before his great run at Charlotte. But Thurston's all over the back of him now. As they're coming down the front straightaway to start lap 3, it's going on here for the lead.
Yeah, down into turn 1, pretty heavy braking zone here before following up turn 2, which isn't that heavy. Thurston did not try and set up a pass right there, just kind of followed through here. This is kind of interesting. I figured he would have tried to set up a pass right there. It's one of the better passing zones on this track, but instead he didn't, as Hyder tags the wall a little bit.
I mean, you have to think about this. This is a long race here, 40 laps. I mean, we're going to be here for a little while. And because of that, Thurston, you know, if he knows that he's quicker than Drugman, at least when he puts down the power, you know, he might as well just play with his food a little bit before he strikes. And there really isn't much benefit to making this pass right now if Drugman's just going to stay behind you anyway for the remainder of the race.
This middle section right here, man, Drugman seems to be struggling in the most. That seems to be where he's losing most of his time on these last 2 laps, is this middle part of the track. I don't really know why. Kind of hard to pass through here, though, so he doesn't really have to worry about Thurston attacking him through this part of the track.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is that if Thurston can have a good final few corners here, he could set up a pass into that final corner. But Thurston goes wide, hits the wall. That was the other thing I was going to bring up. Even at these slow speeds, a bit of turbulent air will hurt too. And we saw right there the back end stuck out just a little bit. He went offline and hit the fence. I think that he will get away with that, though, but he's got to be careful. These are concrete walls. I mean, you cannot get away with it the same way you would with a safer barrier. When you hit that wall, more than likely you'll get some kind of damage, but I think Thurston's going to get away with that one.
I think that hit looked a lot harder than it actually was. His car seems like it's still driving pretty fine. Figured it would have done a lot more damage based on how hard it looked, but right now he seems okay. Top 3 kind of stayed the same right now. Jafari in the background kind of catching a little bit, kind of like I thought he would.
Right now, Dare Roldan runs in 6th. Then we have a huge line of guys being led here by Aiden Arevalo. He started 10th. Arias made it up into 7th place. Right behind him is the 22 of Dimitri Mundros having a good run here tonight, followed by Nicholas Budumlik and Jeremy Lewis.
Dimitri Mundros only +4 to the cut line with 4 or 5 races to go. He needs a pretty good run in the top 10 finish, and this might be it. Chris Lilly in the background is just outside the top 10, just behind Jeremy Lewis. There is smoke. Aiden
Arevalo! Arevalo into the fence. He overdrove the corner, going down into the left-hander. Now it's side by side between Budumlik and Mundros. Contact as they come out of the corner, and we have a spin! And that is not going to be good. More contact being made. Now Mundros gets it to Budumlik right in front of the pack. Caution's out on the speedway.
First time we've had a road course caution, I believe. Oh my god.
That is not true. We had 2 at Portland.
I wasn't there at Portland.
And let's
So
take a look at all that, because that was something that had started all the way back, down the back straightaway.
Started when Aiden Arevalo got into the wall. He misjudged the braking and knocked that wall down.
So going down to the corner, I think it's just a mistake from Arevalo. I think he either overdrives or locks it. Yeah, he locked up the rears, overdrove it into the tire barrier. That's going to do a number. Moondros also overdrove, got into Budimlik as they came off the corner. Then Budimlik runs into Moondros down this straightaway. And this is when they start door banging, heading towards this right-hander. And this is not a side-by-side corner here, Levi. I mean, you have to give. And going into this corner, I mean, they just come together. They're both trying to fight for the same piece of racetrack. They're going to make contact right there. Budimlik's going to turn dead right, hook Moondros. Now, he didn't fully turn him around, so then when Moondros got back going again, he's just going to go ahead and return the favor right here.
Yeah, if you go on the onboard, it was completely intentional what that 22 car did. That'll probably be a pretty big penalty after this race.
Oh, for sure. I think that's a suspension for both of them right there, if I had to say.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not good news for either of them, as they're both on that cut line. Well, Budimlik isn't, but Dimitri is.
Yeah, they were hitting each other that entire few corners right there.
Yeah, they already were too wide into that part of the track that you couldn't fit. And they were 3 wide. I mean,
if the decision on what happens with them is, matching the president, then both of them should be getting a suspension after this race, which is a huge, huge blow here for Dimitri Moondros, since he is fighting for a playoff spot. But, I mean, that's the choices that you make. But I'll be frank. I mean, Budimlik was just being a complete bitch right there. He should be getting a suspension, too.
Yeah, that was very stupid. I don't really understand why he kind of just took the left up off or right up off the wall and started to turn him around. He was just given an EOL penalty, so he'll be to the back for this restart.
Did Moondros not get one?
Nope.
Interesting. But, hey, I mean, I guess it was deserved, so. And here we go. Pit stops, and everybody's coming in. Except for Roldan. Roldan stays out.
And White. White, Roldan, Marshall.
Bullheist is coming and staying out along with Hankins. It looks like it's going to be an even split here. Not an even split, but about a 3/4 split here. Most drivers coming in, about 8 drivers staying out here. So this is early pit strategy. Track position does mean a lot at a place like this. And you're seeing people taking advantage of that.
This is going to make things really interesting here. A lot of these guys on new tires are going to have to come up through the field. OJ going to get out first.
Oh,
I believe
dear
he's
God.
a lap down. Oh. I believe he's a lap down, so I don't think it matters.
Van Drugman first one off pit road, but he will no longer be the leader. He'll be back in 9th place as the top 8 stayed out.
This will make things really interesting to watch, but probably very stupid.
And Levi, let me ask you this. I mean, when it comes to these top 8 here, what do you think is the reasoning behind staying out here under this caution?
I think it's mostly just because track position. I think a lot of these guys think that it's pretty hard to pass right now, especially seeing as they're in the mid-pack, and they've only gone 5 so laps on their tires. So I think they think that their tires aren't that worn out. They need track position, so why not stay out, be the race leader? Even if you get past, you might jump a couple of these guys on the long run.
For sure. So I do believe that if they're going to shorten this here, they're going to go back green this time by, they might do another lap. It's kind of up to what the guys at the tower there with Donavici chooses to do. But Diego Roldan, we've been talking to him all season long. He has the pace to run well. It's just that he can never put a full race together. He ends up getting himself involved in crashes. When it comes to Roldan here, what is the statement that he's trying to make by leading this field with this pit strategy?
That he's independent and that he can. He's a leader, not a follower, and he'll wreck the whole field by staying out. But he'll at least lead a lap while doing it.
Oh, for sure.
So
And it does feel like that they're gonna Yeah, they're going to go ahead and do another lap, unless they're planning on shortening it here coming out of this corner.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would like to not
Wait.
do another lap unless we have to.
Yeah.
But it does feel like we're going to do another lap here. So let's take a look at some of our other guys here inside the top 10. Garrett White ran second, finished second at Charlotte last week. By far his best performance. I believe that he is right now in the playoffs. I don't know if you can check that for me, Levi, but I do believe he is right now in the playoffs with his performances so far this season. He's putting on a good show here already, running inside the top 5 in second place.
He is minus 25
well, I'm
good right now.
Fuck me right now. Oh, my God. Anyway, Jason Marshall right now runs in third. Connor Ballheis in fourth. Second in the points, Kayla Hankins right now in fifth. Then we got Aiden Robertson, Jason Gallagher. Remember, Jason started in the pit lane to start this race, and he has now found himself in a better spot than where we would have started if he'd stayed out on the track. He's right now in 7th, followed by Aiden Robertson in 8th. Then we go back here to the guys that stayed out. That is going to be, I almost forgot about Robert Eckelberry. I apologize. Van Drugman right now sitting in 10th, the first one on fresh tires.
Yeah, so the new guys on new freshies are on the back of the top 10. Right now, about how many cars are left, that's about mid-field right now. We're still around 15th, which is where Chris and Revelo are. Lilly, who pit on that stop, had gotten up to 8th from that crash, so he can keep his car clean. He might have the pace for a good finish tonight, which he needs, seeming as he is minus 8 to the cut line, like I said earlier. I'm going to say that word a lot since Monty's not here.
We do have a Jason Marshall fan in the chat. Jason Marshall right now third on pit strategy. We'll see what he can do here on this restart.
Sarah Stone. Wow. Thank you, Cam the Wallace fan, for the words of encouragement.
You know what? I agree. Fuck you, Levi.
Fuck you too, Gavin.
Here at ASCA, we encourage a very positive work environment.
We're like slaves to Chris Lilly.
Well, I don't know if that's the appropriate word to use. As Connor Ballheis and Jason Marshall make contact, I'm just going to always watch right here because these guys are just going to run into each other every time.
People don't know it, but if you disobey Chris...
Just go single file through here. Good Christ.
If you disobey Chris, he threatens to beat you with his fat rolls.
That is something that he does do. I can confirm.
But I can fight back, as I have equally as much fat as him.
And AJ did get a speeding penalty. I do want to confirm on that.
Sarah, are you his girlfriend or something? Because there's no way anyone would like this mediocre driver.
Enough of that. We're going green. As we're coming through the right-hander, it's going to be Diego Roldan and Garrett White coming to the restart zone, and Diego goes ahead immediately. We're back racing.
It's a really good restart. Marshall on the inside of White already. He's going to get up into second place as they kind of sort single file through the first couple corners. You get back here for about 5th or 6th or so. And Drugman already getting by a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's where you're going to find Drugman making moves past Gallagher, but he is not alone. Trafari gone around Thurston and is hauling all over the back of Drugman for the lead, or what will be the net lead once they get through the pack.
Yeah, he's right up on him. We'll see if you can make quick work of him as he's getting held up through this section right here, this double right-hander. Now onto the backstretch. A couple cars getting into the back of each other as it stacks up there with Hankins leading the charge.
To the inside goes Drugman. This is going to be on Hankins. This is for 5th place. Connor looking on. Here comes Thurston with a big haul down into the right-hander as Robertson and Gallagher make contact.
This is going to be a real hard corner to hold it 2x2 through. If he doesn't let him by, he will let him by, and he'll slide in behind him. Trying to cut off Thurston right there. Now through this tight section, really, Lilly right on the back bumper of Walker. He's looked at making a move a couple times with the Revelo on his back bumper.
And after one lap, Drugman and Trafari have already made it up into the top 5 as Garrett White makes a look to the inside. Marshall chooses better of it, gets back in line, and Diego Roldan pulling away to about 1.2 seconds between himself and second place as we start lap 9. And that was a big slide by Roberson as he goes around, loses 2 spots by both Walker and Gallagher as Gallagher and Aiden Walker go side by side into turn 1.
He's going to make quick work of him, though. He's going to get by him.
Now Lilly down the inside there on... Yeah, I mean, there's something wrong with Robertson. He has damage on the car or something because he's falling like a rock. Getting passed by Arevalo, now getting passed by Arnold, and right behind him is going to be AJ Hyder.
Yeah, AJ Hyder, who got that penalty, working his way up to the field. He's at a big disadvantage here, side by side in front of him through the double right-hander. They'll get by him easily. Yeah, like you said, the 88's definitely got something wrong. Look at how slow he is getting off this corner and onto the straightaway.
And they're going side by side here down into this car. Look at this pile of cars as Jason Marshall, Trafari, and all of them fight for position.
We all know how aggressive Trafari can get, so he's not going to get scared. A little bit of contact there between him and Thurston. Look at Stingle file through here.
And remember, Trafari and Thurston have a long history here in this series of rivalries. Lots of crashes. If there's anybody that isn't going to tolerate Trafari's crap, it's going to be Thurston.
Yeah, I remember last week when Thurston was coming up on him as a lap car and just ran right through him, so R's definitely got that in the back of his mind. To race him a little bit more aggressive than he maybe would other drivers, which is already way too aggressive.
And while that's going on, Marshall made the mistake. He's going to let him by both of them. He's going to let them both by here, down into turn 1. Smart move there from Jason Marshall.
I think he realized the tires just were not going to be able to keep up with him, and there's no point of overdriving his stuff.
And while that was happening, Drugman just got by White with no problem. He has already made it from 9th up to 2nd in about 2 laps. Now it's going to be about a 3.5-second gap between himself and Roldan for the lead.
Roldan is pulled away here with all of these leaders trying to sort through lap traffic, or not lap traffic, slow cars. And he'll probably get caught here pretty soon now. He's definitely not as fast as Van Drugman is.
Yeah, we'll probably see him catch him here in about a lap or 2 for sure if the pace that we're seeing right now keeps up. Here's where we'll find Hyder looking to the inside there on Arevalo, and he has a ton of front end damage. Clearly some contact as he was battling through the mid-pack. He is now going up into 11th or 12th place, I should say, as he approaches his team owner, Chris Lilly, for 11th.
Yeah, he's made a quick work for a lot of these guys at the back, but he could definitely be a lot higher, like we said with that penalty. Arevalo, with that damage really slow. It looks like there's a little bit of front nose damage on the front of Hyder's car too. Lilly's been struggling to get by Jason Gallagher here. A lot of these guys made quick work of Gallagher and Kayola, but he's not been able to. He's going to stay behind him these last few laps.
Yeah, right now, single file through the majority of our field as they kind of settle in here for what could be a long run here. And Hyder as well is trapped behind Lilly. He can't really go anywhere unless he tries making a daring move. Gallagher looking inside on Kayola Hankins. Ain't gonna work. Hyder says otherwise. Big dive there on Lilly, and Lilly's just gonna go ahead and let him go.
Yeah, Lilly needs to pick up the pace.
Oh, Aaron Robertson! No. Big damage there for the 88.
Stop. Back it up, reverse it, and he'll get back going again.
I mean, I think that was just a big mistake there by him. Let's see. And yeah, I mean, just, yeah, wheel hop. And just complete overdrive, locks up, goes into the fence. I mean, he had been struggling for that entire run since the restart, and it's over there for Robertson, at least for right now.
Yeah, Ryan Arnold looking to the inside or the outside of Arevalo here. Arevalo kind of getting held up by Chris Lilly right now. Lilly is really slow as there's a car.
Oh, that's Mundros! Mundros in the fence going into the right-hander.
Look who's right above him. I wonder what happened here, though. Let's go back on the replay.
He was looking to the inside here on
he locked
Clinton
up.
McDonald in a complete overdrive down in the car. Was trying to beat Clinton to the corner, completely locked it up. A good save there from possibly hitting the tire barrier, but not what you want to see.
Yeah, he kept his car clean. So, oh, the floor gets tagged by McDonald.
Jesus Christ, these guys suck. And there goes Ryan Arnold going around now. Let's take a look at what happened there with him.
Yeah, Yeah, McDonald with a big dive bomb into the corner. Oh no, he didn't dive bomb him. It kind of stacked up and he got into the back of him.
Yes,
First, I
that was
thought
Hank. Yeah, that was
he died.
Hankins and Revelo Racing and McDonald. Damn, McDonald just
Oh,
runs him
McDonald just hit
over.
the wall. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, you could say that.
Look at how slow Lily is in this run. He got new tires, and right now, a Revelo with damage is all up on him. I wonder if something's wrong on that 53 car that we just don't know about.
But we have a battle for the lead right now because in about a lap or so, Drugman has caught Diego Roldan. Roldan is a sitting duck, holding on for dear life.
We'll see how defensive he gets. He knows he's on has a big disadvantage with his tires. We'll see if he'll just let him go or he'll try and hold him off.
I just realized I didn't have the ads on this entire time. Oops.
Yeah, I was going to ask, why is there a big hole in the ticker?
Oops. My bad.
And the longer, though, Van Drugman gets held up, does not complete this pass. Look who's right there, about a second back. Jafari and Thurston, also on new tires.
To the inside goes Drugman, and that's going to be a door shut there from Roldan. Roldan's not giving this up here, Levi.
Yeah, no, Roldan's had a terrible last 2 seasons, and this lead means everything to him. He's going to try and hold on to it for as long as he can, I believe.
And I mean, I think Drugman's in a position right now where he can get away with that. I mean, really, what does he really have to gain from passing Roldan at this point? I mean, he doesn't want to make that risk, and it doesn't look like Trafari or Thurston are really gaining on him and putting any pressure on him, so he might as well do it, but that's a mistake there from Roldan. An overdrive on the exit as they go down the back straightaway. Roldan does have the advantage going down into the right-hander, and he's going to stick the nose in there. We're going to go wheel to wheel through the left-hander, and around the outside goes Drugman to take back the lead.
Yeah, it was a very clean pass by Drugman right there. Very good. As now the 9 car and the 96 have to deal with him. He'll just get out their way.
Love that. I was trying to hold up Drugman as long as possible for Connor Trafari, but even he admits when it's time to accept defeat. Now the battle is on for second again. Thurston has been all over the back of Trafari this entire run, not letting him get relaxed at all. There's a mistake from Trafari coming out of that corner, heading towards the final corner. Thurston looking to the inside.
Thurston got to clip the wall a little bit, and same with Trafari. They both smacked the wall. Out on the outside, Thurston's going to look into turn number 1. Into the braking zone. He's going to hang around there, going to try and go around the outside. He's going to get forced out to the wall.
Yeah, I mean, Trafari's not making this easy for Thurston at all. We know when Thurston gets upset, that's when the aggression, that's when the recklessness starts to come out. We saw that at Charlotte when Trafari tried blocking him as a lap car. Thurston just spun him around in front of everybody just out of carelessness. He was very frustrated that Trafari was in his way, and I'm sure he's feeling the same way now.
Yeah, I hope he kind of does the same thing here again. I don't want to see him get suspended, but I'd love to see that 9 car in the fence.
Well, coming in tonight, Thurston's doing a lot better on penalty points than Trafari. Trafari's right now on 2 penalty points. If he gets 1/2 of a penalty point, just a half, that's all he needs, he will be getting a suspension. So he needs to be careful here tonight, especially when he's racing against people that don't like him, like Thurston.
And Trafari, I don't want to say this because he's doing good, but I feel like he's not reached his full potential yet. He's only 30 points to the good right now in 5th. That's less than a
Here's the move! Big time! Thurston! There it is. Yeah, Thurston tried to knock him out of the way. Trafari stays with an incredible defense with the run coming out of the corner and holds on to second.
Put that tuck on hold. I think Thurston might have a run down this front straightaway. No, he won't. He got a pretty bad exit, and Trafari will stay clear into turn 1. But as I was saying, he's not won a race yet this season. We saw he won one pretty early last season, and I don't know. He just has this team is fast. But he seems just fast. He cannot win a race so far this year, and I'm just waiting on it. Just keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting. It's just not happening.
I mean, for sure, but Thurston is really getting sick of being behind Trafari. If that dive bomb into a corner where you really don't see passes often is anything to go by, he slams the fence again. He is getting really frustrated behind the wheel of the 96.
At what point does he just say screw it, put the bumper to him and just move him up out the way?
Yeah, he's definitely using every end of the car that he can, just trying to use the bumper, trying to use the door, and he's getting close to Trafari here. We might see the elbows come out once again.
Saw it. He kind of got right on him like, rest here. No. What did I just say?
I don't want to talk
Out
about
now. Suck at commentating road course. Oh.
Man, Trafari tagging the wall now. Both of them extremely aggressive. That's going to be Trafari with a pretty poor entry right there into the corner. Thurston getting closer.
See if Thurston can get the exit off this final corner this time to set up a pass to turn one. Don't seem like it. It'll be pretty far back. I'll stay single file through one. It seems like, for the most part, the defense on the 9 is really good right now. But all that could be solved if Thurston would just boot him about the way.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this at Charlotte last week. I mean, he was holding up about 5 guys during the start of the race. And he ended up getting his ass dumped by Garrett White because of it. Now, this isn't as egregious. I mean, Trafari's able to hold his own clearly against Thurston. It's not like he's really holding him up per se, but he is definitely making Thurston's job a lot more difficult than I'm sure in his eyes it has to be. He's looking for a look here going into the left-hander. He'll stay in line for the time being.
Yeah, he'll stay in line through this pretty tight section of the track coming up. We see Thurston gets right on the back bumper of him through this section pretty much every time, but this is such a hard part to pass. You can't really go side by side without hitting each other or hitting a wall, so he just kind of has to stay behind him through this section, and then that allows him to kind of start to pull away through this upcoming part. The last
again, they're both in the wall again. Thurston looking to the inside. Trafari's going to shut the door again. They're really beating up their race cars here for second here, Levi.
Yeah, and I don't think they're worried about the race lead right now. They could just, you know, sort things out and go for the race lead, but right now they're going at it for second, destroying their cars, and I don't know if this is the smartest idea there is.
So while all that's been going on, Hyder has made his way up to 6th place. We've been distracted with that incredible battle, but he has been charging through the field. Remember, he had a speeding penalty under the last caution, started at the tail end of the field in just about, I would say, maybe 10 laps or so. He's already up to 6th now. It's been an incredible run. And before the checkered flag, I'm sure he's going to catch Walker and roll on.
Yeah, before this thing ends, he's definitely going to get up to him. But look at that front nose. It's gotten even more damage than the last time we were looking at him. I wonder if he made a little bit more contact with another driver.
I mean, I'm sure he had to.
Scrape the wall.
To get passes around here done, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Here comes another good run here from Thurston coming out of the left-hander. But again, he's not making any moves yet. He's playing with his food a little bit before he decides to eat.
I think he's just trying to stay behind him and force Trafari into a mistake. Kind of just putting the pressure on him, knowing that eventually he'll crack and lock up or hit the wall or something. But it seems like every time that one of them makes a mistake, they both do.
He is all over him. This is the closest that he's been. He can make a move down here to the final corner. Trafari's going to block it. Thurston back to the left. To the outside goes Thurston into the final corner.
That's going to give him a pretty bad exit in a bad corner. He slid the tires through the final corner and is not on him entering turn number 1.
How much more do you stand here if you're James Thurston as Trafari makes another mistake here through turn 1? Now Thurston looking to the bottom into turn 2. He's going to sail it in. Trafari shuts the door again.
It's about the 5th time he shut the door on him. If I'm Thurston, I'm done. I got to move him out the way. This is getting aggravating. We're coming up close to 20 to go. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I just move him.
Well, that's going on. Roldan is now in the clutches of Aiden Walker for 4th. Those old tires are falling away, and Walker looking for a way past.
Yeah, Walker, I'm kind of shocked he's not made a move or not gotten by him yet. Roldan was really slow when the leaders caught him, but it seems to have equaled out now. Like I said, maybe you could jump some of these guys by staying out and getting the track position, and a caution would really do that for him.
Thurston again, all over the back of Trifari as they go through the fountain section. Through this long left-hander here. Thurston backing off a little bit, trying to set up something here for these final few corners.
Yeah, that seems to be the best chance he's had to pass all night. But he's not been able to make it happen. He's going to have a good exit here off the second to last corner.
Hello.
But he's not. Oh.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Do you need something?
No, I'm just wrecked out and bored.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I guess he's going to be here now. All right.
Did the broadcast see what happened to me?
No, you were like last. So,
oh, I just followed the fucking map. Basically, I tried to turn my air conditioner on while I was driving.
I'm sure that went well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go look
I
at the
respawned
replay.
and crashed, and then I just started driving out of the map.
Oh, good.
Oh.
But now I actually fell on the map, and now I'm just stuck in like the scenic cam with the driving HUD on.
That's
Okay.
the most embarrassing crash I've ever seen.
Did you see what I just
on
did?
the front stretch. You got loose on the straightaway and smacked the
Oh,
wall.
bro, I was like, okay, I'll just hold the wheel straight and reach over and turn my AC on. No, it just fucking went.
Fantastic.
So, yay.
Oh! Roldan has crashed! Down in the left-hander!
Uh-oh.
Roldan has
Yeah, he
crashed
got
over here in
off.
turn 5.
I was just talking about how he could have jumped some of these guys. He locked the rear up, got loose, and smacked the wall, spun around. With the concrete instead of the tire barrier. That's
Yeah,
what
he
it
locked
was.
up. I mean, those old tires finally gave up on him. No more grip. Wheel hop. And goes
Oh,
around.
Thurston to the inside of Trifari. They're side by side off the second to last corner, now down to the final corner. They're still side by side over the hill.
And Trifari sails it in. Trifari with the lockup. And he's coming to pit road here. Pit strategy call from Connor Trifari.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting strategy call here. Roldan's also in the pits to repair the damage. Now, what do you do if you are somebody like Drugman that's leading the race by about 4 seconds here? You see somebody that could short pit on you, come down pit road. What do you do?
I think pitting here could work, honestly. I don't know if I'd want to go this long, but I think it could work. You know, Roldan and those guys went 20 laps on their tires, and there's 21 to go in the race. So, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to pit here.
While that's going on, we are watching a little bit of a pack here, followed by Connor Ballheis, followed by Chris Lilly, Aiden Arevalo, and Justin Rott. These guys have been all together since that restart. All just trying to work with what they got. Trifari has rejoined the track in 11th place, right in front of Nicholas Budimlik, who has recovered from his penalty to move up to 12th. While that's going on, Trifari trying to chase down Jeremy Lewis with a really just messed up front end of his car to get back into the top 10.
Yeah, Jeremy Lewis not having the night he wants. Like you said, he's got damage, and this isn't on point with the pace tonight. Right now, he's minus 18 from the cut line, so playoffs not out of reach, but he needs to pick up the pace here in these last couple of weeks.
And a good run here tonight so far by Chris Lilly. He really just needed to have a really calm, consistent night so far. Hopefully it continues throughout the rest of this race. But right now, running 7 is pretty much exactly where he needs to be running, considering his point situation. He'll be able to overtake Daniel Botting for sure as he looks to the inside here on Connor Ballheis for 6th place, or for 5th place now, going down into turn 1.
And he needs to make quick work at that. Pretty easy. Past the 76 of Justin Rock, got real sideways there. Thurston is on pit road. Van Drugman's still yet to go down. Walker and Hyder have stayed out an extra lap too.
Yes.
Arevalo, man, he's been right on this back bumper, the 53, this whole run, but has not done anything yet.
And look at the gap between Trifari and Thurston. They were side by side when Trifari made the choice to come down pit road, and he is far ahead of Thurston right now by about a second or two. And Thurston's right now stuck behind Jeremy Lewis as he's trying to chase him down.
Let's see if Van Drugman hits pit road this time. Right in the final corner into the braking zone. He will stay out another lap.
You know, I think that he's in a position where he feels confident, and that's why he's in this, why he's choosing to stay out as long as possible. As Hyder is going to make a last-second lunge into the pits, almost missed it with all that front-end damage, so he's now going to come in, now leaving to just a few drivers that have yet to stop, and Aiden Arevalo and Lilly are going after position as Justin Rock goes to the inside on Connor Ballheis, and 3 wide, Connor Trafari through the middle.
Very good pass from Jafari. Oh, a little bit of contact between him and Rott.
I mean, hey, all fair racing here as Rott's chasing Trafari down the track. A little bit of contact down to turn 1. Trafari gets into Rott! And he's going to get himself wrecked, and Thurston's going to go by. Now Rott getting into Trafari! Oh, shit!
Oh,
and they're crashing!
They're still crashing.
And that is going... Oh, they're not done. Trafari's still getting into Rott. That was insane.
Goodness.
And just like that, Connor Trafari's race is over. Let's take a look at that.
Wow.
So this started all the way back here. So it was side by side between Ron and Ballheis. Trafari gets a big run off the corner. He makes it 3 wide, heading towards the final corner. Rod is going to overdrive the corner here. He has a really bad entry into the corner. He's going to shove Trafari into the fence. Now, this is what I'm not understanding. Rod is going to chase Trafari down the track and try to turn him, heading towards turn 1. Then Trafari responds by dumping him and essentially just ruining his own race, because then Rod comes back, hooks Trafari into the fence, and then they're just chasing each other into the wall, coming down the straightaway towards turn 2. And that is going to be, I mean, that has to be Connor's 0.5 right there. We were talking about that tonight. About Trafari getting that half penalty point. That's going to be it right there. Trafari's going to get a suspension.
Yeah, and that's not good. Like I said, he's not a full race to the cut line, but I don't get it. I mean, yeah, they made a little bit of contact, got him loose into braking, but you know you're going to be faster than him. You might as well just move on, but he came back at him and took him out. And I don't blame Rod for coming back at him. He pretty much ruined Rod's race right there. I don't blame him for coming back at him and just taking them both out.
I mean, my opinion on it is, as now here comes Hyder to the inside, sliding into the corner, wheel to wheel with Connor Trafari as they come up to the exit of the corner. But I was saying, I mean, here's the deal. We have a new policy when it comes to suspensions and all that. If you wreck someone on purpose, you get a suspension, no tolerance. You got to give Rott and Trafari a suspension for that, along with Bunimlik and Moondros.
Yeah, that would be 4 suspensions heading into the next race just from this one race alone.
And that's 2 playoff drivers right there. That's Moondros and Trafari that would both be receiving suspensions.
Oh! AJ Hyder just hit the wall, and the 9 ran into the back of him. That is pretty. His hood popped up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Hyder. Oh, wheel hop down into turn 5. He's going to go up into the wall, and Trafari has nowhere to go. He tries to stop it and just runs straight into AJ Hyder. And this race has just gone from bad to worse for both of them.
This race is playing perfectly in the hands of Van Drunkman. Every one of his competition so far, other than Thurston, has pretty much been taken out. So he's pretty comfortable, but Thurston's going to come out right behind him.
Yeah, he gained a lot of time there, but here's the problem. He isn't ahead of Drugman, and that's really what he needed, because now Drugman's going to be on fresh rubber, and he's going to be able to set sail here unless Thurston has something to say on those old set of tires.
Yeah, like you said, he's on a little bit older tires. I think maybe this strategy for Van Drugman was right, just running that couple laps longer.
Chris Lilly has yet to stop. Yeah, Lilly has yet to stop. He's going to go as long as he can, I'm pretty sure, on the tank, and then try to make passes in the last half of the race. Aiden Walker right now in 4th. Jeremy Lewis doing the same strategy right now in 5th, waiting on his pit stop. That's where you go ahead and find Hyder and Trafari with beat-up cars in 6th and 7th. Diego Roldan holding on to 8th. Nicholas Budimblick coming back from his wreck in 9th, And in 10th is Garrett White, followed by Corbin Collins right behind him.
Really impressed with the fact that Diego has been able to hold on to this top 10 position. I would have figured, first of all, at the restart, he would have faded much quicker than he actually did. And two, with that damage when he wheel hopped and got into the corner and smacked the wall, I figured the car would have been pretty much toast from that point on. But these cars are a lot more durable than I think they are.
Yeah, but the other thing is that this track does not involve a lot of downforce, not a lot of speed to make work. As Hyder makes the pass on Lewis, here comes Trafari up next. And up ahead, Aiden Walker trying to make a pass on Chris Lilly for third.
Walker, you know, he's been all right tonight. Not the greatest, not as fast as I would have figured he would have been. Now he moves up into third now. Look at this gap Van Druckmann has pulled on Thurston.
4 seconds in 1 lap. Yeah, it's over, guys. Pack it up. Go home.
Yeah, unless there's a yellow, I believe this is over.
Well, unless, I mean, Aiden Robertson's still on the track right now as he's blocking Hyder on the track.
He's blocking Hyder.
What's he doing?
Yeah,
and Hyder is steering towards him. Get this clown off the track, dude. We talk about this guy every week.
Wait. Come on, take out Chifari. Oh,
now, get this clown off the track. What's he doing?
He's really slow. I mean, he pulled out and let everyone through, but when Hyder's right on him, he just blocked him.
I mean, he didn't even do anything. Aiden wrecked himself. Yeah, no, I mean, Aiden's a clown. I mean, this is why he got a suspension, and if he gets one more, then he gets removed from the league entirely. So he's already on 1. The only person that's had that penalty getting removed from the league, there's only ever been 2 drivers that have been permanently, or 1 driver that, or 2, I'm sorry, yes, 2, that have been removed from ASCA during the middle of the season. That's Ryan Arnold, who came back a few seasons ago, and Jubilant Janitor. And along with that, we did have a third this season. I forgot his name, though. As Chris Lilly. Yeah, Chris Lilly coming into the pits at long last. That leaves Jeremy Lewis as the last one not to stop. He's holding on to a 6th place spot.
What about Cannon Vaughn, the guy that completely killed me at Auto Club last year?
Oh, yeah, that guy. I forgot about him. I guess there's been a few. Here comes Rodon inside on Jeremy Lewis, side by side through the kink. Hey, towards the double right-hander, and Lewis is going to do the smart thing here. He's just going to go ahead and let him go.
All right, man.
Caution's out on the speedway. Trying to find the accident here.
I see why. I believe it was Moondros. Oh, no, the 71 of Corbin Collins spun out, blocking the track, which caused a 3-car stack-up for the 20.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. Yeah, he was racing with Gabe Cazzola here, 4th position, going down into... We've seen this before, trying to make passes here. Just isn't the move here. Corbin is just going to turn. Oh, almost ran into Gabe. Oh, he hit the wall. Yeah, he hit the wall with the right side, with the right rear of the car, and it went around, and he's going to try to reverse it as cars are coming around, I'm pretty sure. What happens here? Does he reverse it? Yes, he does. Oh, he reversed at a bad time. Because here comes Moondros, here comes Aiden Smith, and then there goes a whole other one. Here comes Samito, and it just turns into a blockade in a very dangerous part of the track. Although they did get it back going, I mean, that's a caution that you need to put out. I mean, Drummond was coming onto the scene as these guys were crashing. So I'd say even though they got it back rolling eventually, I'd say that was a good call there from Dunn.
Well, poor Van Drummond, this was the last thing he wanted to see. Because we're going to probably restart with about a 12 to 11 to go. He pretty much had this race won if there wasn't a caution, but now he's got Thurston and Walker. Walker has a clean car right in his top 3, so this has brought the competition right back to him.
And everyone's going to be coming in here. Everyone's going to be coming in for a fresh set of tires here, so now we'll be at a clean slate. And I'll tell you, Drugman still has a very good chance of winning this race, all things considered. Just because, I mean, he's been the class of the field all day. No one's been able to really beat him. He has 2/10 over everybody in qualifying. So we're going to have to see these guys really pull some hard moves here into these corners if they want to stop him from winning this race.
We're going to get interesting here. It's going to be fun here in these last couple laps.
Yeah, so we'll probably be coming back with about 10 laps to go, so things will get very hectic. More hectic than we've probably already seen. Look at all these beat-up cars here in the top 10.
It looks like the Bristol race with all the damage on these guys. They're just destroyed. Everyone except the leader. The leader's completely clean. Walker is clean somehow also.
We have 20 cars on the track right now. We started with 32, so we've lost 12 drivers here tonight. We do have some guys on pit road trying to repair some damage, get back out there. But right now, 20 on the track, 20 on the lead lap. And let me ask you this. For Drummond here to win this race here tonight, what would that mean for someone like him? Only making, I believe, his third or fourth start of the season of his career, and to go to victory lane in such a dominant fashion. What are the feelings that go through a driver when you put on a performance like that?
Well, I mean, he's just making a statement here tonight. If he does end up winning this thing, that, you know, I might not be in the run for it this year, but next season you better watch out for me as everyone comes down pit road for 4 tires.
Watch out for me. Oh, yeah, I'll watch out for you. Lilly is going to make a gutsy call. He's staying out on the track. The only driver to stay out on the track.
Oh, boy.
And I want you to think about this. Firstly, Lewis never stopped. He is going to win big here because he's going to be able to come on in and get 4 fresh tires and keep all of his track position. Lilly was the last one to pit before the caution came out, so he'll be at a lap or 2 disadvantage here, but all things considered, he won't be at much of a difference here compared to everyone else when it comes to tires, but speed is where we're going to be seeing the big difference. Lilly is putting himself in a very dangerous situation if I'm him.
Yeah, I don't...
Travari beat, so Travari just beat Drugman out of the pit lane with a 2-tire call.
Oh, God.
So let me tell you what the front row is going to be. We're going to have a guy on old tires. We're going to have a guy on 2 tires, followed by Drugman and Thurston. Things are going to get hectic.
And the guy on 2 tires is known for wrecking everybody. This is...
And he's already wrecked someone today. He's going to be getting a suspension after this race, so... He really doesn't have anything to lose. I mean, he came in tonight knowing that he had penalty points that he had to worry about. And the fact that he did that nonetheless, I think that he's going to go ahead and put on a show here for us because he really has nothing to lose. This is going to be his last race for a week, so he might as well try to get as many points as possible and try to get that first win by any means necessary.
I don't... Oh, no. I don't really understand this call. Because I get it, he has the track position, but, you know, it was a pretty good run there. The tires are definitely going to be worn out. It's only 2 tires, and 2 tires is not a good call on a road course because pretty much all the tires get worn down fairly equally compared to an oval. So, I don't understand it. I guess he just wants to wreck more people.
And let's talk about Chris Lilly for a second. He has had 5 straight DNFs in the last 5 races. When it comes to a call like this, what is the mind process there? Is he safe right now by doing this?
Well, it depends. Did he pit that last cycle?
He did. Yeah, he pitted right before the yellow came out.
Okay, so I actually kind of agree with this then. I think that it's probably a good strategy for him if he's on fairly new tires and the caution just came out and he gets to stay out here and get the track position, you know. He's not going to win this race, obviously, but I believe this is a good call, and I think he will get a top 5 finish here. But you never know.
So we will be coming back with 11 laps to go this time by. Let's look through the over. Chris Lilly coming in tonight, winless in the cup level for the last 4 seasons. Has had an awful year. 5 DNFs. Right now sits below the cut line. Connor Trafari right alongside. No wins in the season. He will get a suspension after this race. He has nothing to lose right now. He's already gone into it with 2 people, that being Thurston and Justin Rott. In row 2, we have the man that's dominated the whole day, Van Drugman, followed by James Thurston, who won last week at Charlotte alongside. He's looking to continue his return to prominence here at ASCA. And right behind, we have Aiden Walker and Jeremy Lewis, who is an incredible road racer and pretty much mastered the pit strategy to a T, staying out that entire run until the caution came out, got the yellow he wanted. He'll be starting up near the front. And that's where we finally find AJ Hyder, who has had a really bad day, all things considered, sitting back in 7th with Nicholas Budimlik alongside. We have a few other guys right behind. We currently have about 15 guys gridded up. Here comes Hankins now. A lot of our other guys are right now coming around the track now after going around repairing some of their damage, including Aiden Smith, Daniel Botting, Dimitri Mundros, Aiden Robertson. Here comes Cazzola, Collins, Roldan chose to stay down pit road and try to repair as much damage as possible. He'll be going from inside the top 10 to the rear of the field here for this restart.
Yeah, I mean, Hyder, you talked about had the run that he wanted, but I mean, he still ran pretty good. Most of the guys would take a run like Hyder today, and I don't know. Apparently, he crashed under caution.
Who crashed under caution?
Hyder, apparently.
We can take a look at it really quickly.
Oh, he did. He locked up into that braking zone on the backstretch and smacked the wall head on.
Where?
Lap 26, turn 6.
Well, okay, lap 26?
Yeah, 26.
Oh my god, he did! This was on lap 26, and oh my god, he completely wrecked it! Under yellow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Back
mean...
the wall pretty hard.
I mean, damn. It has been an awful day for Hyder. An awful, awful day. But we're about to go back racing. The two-time champion, Chris Lilly, with Connor Trafori alongside. And with the two fastest men of the day, Thurston and Drugman right behind, we're back racing with 10 to go here from Chicago.
Really got a really good restart there. Trafari did not get going. And Drugman already on the inside. A little bit of contact between him and the 96. The 9 going to hang around the inside heading into this corner.
And again, Trafari has nothing to lose right now. He's going to fight with everything he's got on the inside. Drugman gets sideways coming out of turn 2, but he's got second sorted as he races against Thurston, wheel to wheel, heading towards the double right-hander.
Thurston's probably not going to put up with this. He's already frustrated at him tonight. He's going to try and get around him as quickly as possible into this double right-hander. He's right on the back bumper of him. And Drugman now sets his sights on Chris Lilly down the back straightaway. Rock really loose on corner exit. Thurston not there. He's not going to be able to make a move this time.
And now Lilly has to somehow hold on. In the wall, Jeremy Lewis and Aiden Revelo, huge crash. Yeah, and there goes Rod, there goes Garrett A. White. Ryan Arnold's in it too.
5-6 cars right here. Exit of turn 6.
And just like that, it begins. It begins.
Yeah, the 5 got, you know, like we've had all night, into that corner, wheel hopped, under braking, smacked the wall, and then a Revelo, oh my goodness, the Revelo got up on top and into the windshield of the 26 right there. A Revelo did the same thing. I think this wall would have been avoided, but a Revelo did the same thing and bounced back across the track into the 26, who got into the 76, and they just spun round.
Yeah, nasty crash right there. Ryan Arnold has to come to a stop because they're just all crashing everywhere. And this is going to be the kind of stuff that's going to start. People are going to start pushing to the limits of the car, limits of what they can do.
Man, you're Jeremy Lewis. You're gutted, man. I mean, you're minus 18 to the cut line. The strategy played out perfectly. You were probably going to get a pretty good finish and gain a lot of points on this playoff battle. And you put it in the wall, crash the thing. I mean, that's gotta hurt. This is good news for Lilly, though. I believe, you know, as long as it stays under caution, the closer we get to the finish, the easier it is for him to fend off and Drugman. He's gonna do it for less laps. Do you think he could do it, Chris? Not Chris, Gavin?
Yeah, so I have a name and it's not fucking Chris.
Chris. Well, yeah. I'm bad with names if you couldn't tell already.
Here, I might as well take the opportunity to say that this race is sponsored by Circle K. Come on over to your local Circle K. for your chance at getting a 99-cent Polar Pop for any size that you want. You want to get a medium, a large, extra large to go? You can get it all over there at Circle K. Make sure to head on over to CircleK.com and get involved with our Inner Circle Rewards program to get rewards for your fuel up and for any food and drink that you want inside any Circle K convenience store.
That's not what I asked, Gavin.
Well, here's the problem. I paid for this race and I got to promote my company.
Wow. You
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
You paid for that Circle
I
K
actually didn't.
sponsorship that
I actually
they don't even
didn't.
know who you are.
I actually
Okay,
didn't.
good.
No, Chris
Good.
gave it to me for free. He said, hey, put whatever brand you want on there. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna put like Pornhub or something.
Well, why the fuck?
Interesting.
Why would I do Pornhub? I don't work for Pornhub. I work for Circle K.
I think that might be a better career path.
I own my own store. I don't really... Why would I promote Pornhub? I don't own a Pornhub account. I own a Circle K convenience store.
I think you'd make more money doing that.
I probably would, but we don't have to have that discussion right now. What in the fuck is Marcus doing? Jesus Christ. You
He's
see
doing
it-
Marcus
yeah,
things?
you see this shit?
Yeah, okay then.
I kind of hope he ran to Drugman, not gonna lie.
Oh god. We're running out of things to talk about. Anyway, answer my question.
What was your question?
Yeah,
I was
but
too
you-
busy thinking about it.
Do you think Chris Lilly can hold off Van Drugman?
I think that
Long
he's
enough.
gonna have to start. He's gonna have to start being a dick. He's gonna have to start cutting him off. He's gonna start bumping him back if he gets by him. I mean, he's not gonna beat him by pure pace. He's gonna have to start being a complete dick, and basically forcing Drugman to back off unless he wants to wreck his own car. It's either he wrecks or he wins. I mean, he has to do one or the other. But if I'm Lilly right now, I think that you gotta be thinking big picture. You're coming in tonight below the cut line. After 5 straight DNFs, you cannot risk making it 6 in a row on DNFs. I mean, you just can't afford to keep losing all those points while people that are starting to become more active start to gain on you in the championship. You can't afford to miss the playoffs. I mean, he's never missed the playoffs in his career. He's been close, and season 4 is pretty close, but I mean, he's got to figure this out. So while a win would be great, he's got to think big picture here.
Yeah, you gotta think big picture, but that's kind of hard to do sometimes when you're leading a race with this little to go and you've not won so long. How many seasons you said it's been since he last won?
So he has not competed in a full-time ASCA Cup Series season since season 4. He got his previously win in the Cup Series at Indianapolis in season 4. So when it comes to competition, it's been 2 seasons, but he has not won in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. He needs to think big picture here, but I don't know. A win would be pretty awesome, Sauce. Especially when you've not won
I'm
it
gonna
so
kill you.
long.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What's wrong with the word awesome, Sauce?
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'll bring out better words. You
I
know, a
will
win would be pretty cool
fucking-
beans, man.
You're going to die tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure to dress nice.
Okay. That's all I can ask of you. When it comes to what we got going on here, Chris Lilly's trying to win his first race in years. Van Drugman's trying to win his first. Connor is trying to take one person else with him before he gets his suspension. James Thurston trying to make it 2 in a row. Aiden Walker trying to make it 2 for 2 on road courses. Somehow, Boonhamlick is back in 6th. I don't know how he does this. Then we have Ball Heist, Jeremy Lewis, Kayla Hankins, and Gabe Cazzola rounding out the top 10 as we double file up here for the restart.
It's going to be interesting here. We're going to restart with about 7 laps to go, and
Can you keep
Yeah,
counting
yeah.
down? I'm almost finished. Yeah, I would, but you're a minor, and I don't do that to minors because I'm not Jerry Cook.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry. I don't count
man.
down for minors because I'm not Jerry Cook and I'm not a pedophile.
Jeremy Cook.
Oh yeah, I'm
Jerry
sorry.
Cook,
I wasn't
yeah.
supposed. I'm not allowed to say his name around here. I'm sorry, everyone. Connor Ballheis is messing with Jeremy Lewis right now. They're dooring each other down.
Jeremy Lewis is a, well,
You fuckers
Got
in the
myself.
chat, shut up.
That'll be. So, Gavin, it's been a very sunny day out on the racetrack today. iRacing's had pretty good weather. What have you thought of the iRacing weather so far tonight?
I mean, it's been very nice. I kind of wish there was some rain. I think that would honestly make this race even funnier. But you know how it is. It's all good. But this has been a great race nonetheless. We'll be back here for the second half of the Chicago doubleheader when we go to Chicagoland next week on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be going from road course racing to good old-fashioned mile-and-a-half racing on one of the best tracks on the service. AJ Hyatt won last time we went there. We'll see who wins this time around. With how Van Drugman's been running, we might see him go 2 for 2 and sweep in Chicago next week. But that's if he can win tonight, and that's if he can beat Lilly when it comes to this race. It's going to be Lilly, Drugman, Trafari, Thurston, Walker, Budemlick, Ballheist, and Lewis, and Hankins and Cazzola rounding out the top 10 for the restart.
Yeah, these next couple of races are going to be really intense. They're, a couple tracks that we've gone to on iRacing before, like last season, and one track that we've not gone to yet on iRacing. It'll be really fun these next couple of weeks as the cut line battle heats up, like you're talking about.
All right, Agent,
Yeah,
to answer your question, I know exactly what you're talking about. You go to the bigger one. The reason why you go to the bigger one is because they have more products and they have more deals.
Didn't even know there was gas station sizes.
All right, let's go ahead and settle it here at the Circle K Grand Prix. Lap 34 of 40. It'll be Lily's call when to go. Drugman's trying to jump it for some reason. Lily chooses to back up, and Lily gets a huge jump off the line.
Yeah, very bad restart for Van Drugman. He tried guessing where he was going to go. He guessed really wrong. He's going to try to send down the inside right there on him, though. He's got a little bit of rear end damage. We'll see how long he can hold him off into turn 2.
Around the outside goes Drugman. Thurston inside for second. Side by side for second. Contact. And a big crash. Pile up. Down into turn 2. Around goes Kaola Hankins.
I don't really know why there was a caution.
I know why. I think there were like 5 guys in the wall over there. Let's take a look.
I caught the end of it. Oh, Jeremy Lewis again.
Into Aiden Walker. Into Budemlick. Into Ballheist. And yeah, I mean, that has to be a caution. I mean, there's just so much going on over here. There goes Hankins. 5 guys are just running through each other. Garrett A. White, Ryan Arnold, Cazzola.
5 guys.
5 guys.
5 guys running through each other. That could be using another way.
So here's the move down to turn 1 here. 3 wide. Aiden Walker, Budemlick, and Lewis. And Lewis is going to put a... I don't really know what Lewis was trying to do here. I don't know if Lewis was upset or what. Yeah, I don't really know what Lewis is doing right there. A big, just dumb dive there from Lewis. I'm assuming he didn't see, Walker coming down the track, kind of blocking his line, trying to get around Budemlick. But yeah, I mean, that's on Lewis right there. That was just a really silly dive right there into turn 2. And everyone's just going to kind of pile in and check up from that. So once they get a good call from the tower, they've actually had a pretty good here tonight. But yeah, I mean, these guys are starting to lose their minds around here.
This is perfect for Chris.
It really is. This is exactly what he needs. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold off, because eventually we will get into an overtime scenario where he'll have to do 2 laps and hold off Drugman for those 2 laps. But that pit strategy is working out perfect for him. Now, I do believe we will be going back green on probably lap 37 or 38. So we aren't going to be going into overtime yet. But if Lily can get one more caution, then he is in a position where he could get his first win in over 2 years.
Really big for him, just like his body shape.
He's going to ban you one day if you keep saying that shit.
I'm pretty sure you don't watch the stream back. You don't.
He definitely does.
Chris, if you're listening to the stream, say something in the iRacing chat.
And I do want to give a shout here to Aiden Smith, who has somehow found himself in the top 10 with a shitbox monitor coming into tonight because his old one broke. And he also got involved in like 3 crashes tonight. So the fact that he's in 10th right now is a miracle. Daniel Botting holding on to a 12th place spot at the moment. A little bit of damage. He's got involved in 1 wreck tonight, but so far so good there for the 31. And again, keep in mind, he is fighting for a playoff spot. He has been very consistent. Not consistently good, but he's been finishing races, which is more than what a lot of people can say. And it's put him in a position where he was like 6 points coming into the cut line here tonight. With some of these guys that are about to get suspensions like Moondros and Trifari, it's possible after the Chicago doubleheader, he will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's most of just how you make it into the playoffs in ASCA is just not crashing.
We do have somebody in the chat that just came out to me and saying that he likes men. I'm really sorry to hear that, and I hope things get better for you soon.
But don't you like men as well?
No. No, I don't. No.
So you're like Alex Bowman. You
who's
just have a touch of queer in you.
What?
You're like Alex Bowman. You just have a touch of queer in you.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Corbin
You don't
Collins.
think Alex Bowman isn't a little like gay?
I mean, I'm sure he's, I'm sure he's fiddled around with some guys, in his time. But like, that guy is a wife. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he just has a little bit of gayness mixed in there. He might like getting pegged.
You are
Don't
fucking
know that.
insane.
What's he
There
doing?
are 31 people listening to you saying that right now.
Oh,
And Marcus is about to run into the leaders again. Good Christ. Come on, Marcus.
that's the second time in the last 10 laps he's almost done that. Gavin doesn't like men anymore. ASCA Pride Month is canceled.
Yeah, no, I canceled that shit. Get off the profile. Take off the banner. Chris is going to kill us after today, by the way. He's going to be in victory lane. He's going to be looking back and saying, oh, what were the commentators talking about? It's us talking about how Alex Bowman is a queer.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll get him funny.
Isn't he an Alex Bowman fan too?
Commander, I said yes. You never showed up.
I'm not a psycho. Only half of one.
See, we don't let Levi in because he's a good commentator. I just think he's funny.
Thanks, Gavin.
No problem, man. Because we are unfortunately running out of things to talk about because they don't want to shorten the restart. So we will be coming back on lap 38. So it will be at least a 3-lap shootout to decide it. More than likely, we will have one more caution from now until the checkered flag.
Did I ever claim at being good at commentating? I'm not like Jamie Little levels of bad, you know? I'm like Jeff Gordon levels of bad.
Well, that wasn't... Well, what do you mean that one time we? I wasn't there, and you weren't there either. That was OJ and Penske. That's why they're banned from the booth.
OJ should be banned from the server.
I think that OJ should, like, do his job as a board of director and help Dunn instead of wasting his time running every race and wrecking himself.
Yeah, he's part of the problem. Okay, I don't really understand what this means, Freak Snatcher. But you know what?
Well, Levi, we're coming back here to 3 laps to go as they double file this time by. Levi, what do you think is going to happen here, bud?
I think Chris Lilly holds him off and he wins the race. I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to fight for his life. And
Chris
it's
has
gonna
been...
stay
Oh,
great.
no.
What?
Ryan Arnold, you fucker! I hope Ryan Arnold wrecks, dude. Preying on his downfall right now. Do you see this guy right here? This Ryan Arnold motherfucker. He's in the wall on the pace lap. You weren't supposed to tell him.
We're gonna have to have a word with you after the race.
Yeah, no, we'll bring him into the booth. We'll have an interview with you.
Maybe it's for the best that Chris doesn't get a top 3, so we don't know what he has.
Chris is right now holding up everybody. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to kind of fiddle around with the restart here, trying to get a jump when no one expects it.
He pulled Ben Jugman last time.
Yeah, that was because Drugman tried jumping the start and he had to check up. We'll see if we see similar games on this race car, because Drugman has not had great restarts from the runner-up spot.
Why is AJ Hyder like all the way in last?
Because Hyder's been, Hyder's been trying to repair his damage the whole time. I mean, Hyder has literally, I think, like 3 races worth of points on second place. He can afford to just, you know, kind of just he can write this one off.
He might as well just not show up the next couple of weeks and make it exciting for us.
Well, I'm thankful that he wrecked himself twice. I'm very fortunate for that, because that's kind of made this race a lot more interesting. Thank you, Hyder. Yeah, we were plotting about that. We were plotting. We were like, hey, Connor, can you wreck him on purpose? Like, we'll let you get away with it. We didn't have to do that.
Just fucking suck and wreck everybody.
Well, let's quit messing around. We have some racing to do. Lilly and Drugman once again coming to the restart zone. 3 laps to go. And Lilly's up and away.
Green flag.
Ben Jugman lagged back on that restart there. That was kind of weird. They're side by side for second place, entering turn 1. Almost a little bit of contact with Thurston and them. Side by side as they head towards turn 2. Oh, car in the wall.
Thurston around the outside on Drugman. Thurston is ahead of Drugman for the first time today, and he is now at second, chasing down Lilly with 3 laps to go.
See how long Lilly can hold him off once he gets to him. We know Thurston is faster than him. This 53 car is going to have to play a lot of defense. Almost got to his inside there, this double right-hander.
Remember, Levi, these two have history. They've wrecked each other twice before. They are not friends at all. Lilly will not give this up. Thurston looking to the inside as Budimlik is going all the way down to the bottom. He's going around.
Contact. They hit each other a little bit. Here comes Van Drugman side by side as they enter this tight section of the track.
And Lilly is going to give it up. Thurston takes the lead. Now he's sideways in front of Drugman as they go through the fountain. And he's going to turn him!
Around he goes! And the 80's up on top of the 9. And a huge crash with the car on top.
It's a blockade through the fountain. Lilly got dumped by Drugman. And a huge crash. There he is. Van Drugman will not win his first ASCA Cup Series race here tonight.
Jeremy Lewis found a way to pile into this. If I'm Chris, I am pissed. That was very stupid right there. I mean, oh my God.
Let's take a look at this again. So Lilly got loose coming into this corner. Look how sideways he got coming out of the corner. Drugman's all over him, trying to chase him down because he wants to win this race. He is all over him. And I mean, he just dumps him. Going into the fountain, Trafari gets a piece. More drivers start piling in. Here comes Walker, gets a piece. Ballheist gets ran through by Arnold. More drivers start popping in. There goes Aiden Smith that blocks the rest of the field. Collins, Hyder, Roldan, Robertson. And it's just a complete blockade over there. And the fans are cheering. Blackstone Ward made it through. He's right now being scored somewhere. Where is this man? I don't know where he is right now. He's somewhere, but he did make it through.
Budimlik is second. Oh no.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that was just aggression. I mean, that had been the first time that Drugman had really raced anyone all day. Lilly was very much slower. Drugman was watching his opponent get away, and he did what he thought he had to do, and unfortunately, it's going to cost him. Yeah, there's Blackstone right there, who made it through.
After this race.
And you can watch Trafari, who cannot see right now. Yeah, we talked about the hood earlier when he had that contact with Hyder, and yeah, it's definitely up now.
Oh, my screen's down. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. He's gonna stay out. I believe it. I believe in him. He'll stay out. Come on.
If he can, I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get the hood back down. So I think what he's going to do down this straightaway if he doesn't come in. He's not coming in. He's staying out. He's going to accelerate right here and just slam on the brakes and try to get the car stopped to get the hood back down. It's not going. Oh, there it is. Wait, nope. It went back up.
No.
Yeah, he's really trying to get that hood down as the back half of the field comes on in. And look at the situation we have here. James Thurston leads. Nicholas Budimlik is right now in second position with a clean race car since the drop of the green, besides from that one crash with Moondros early on.
Yeah, he's probably going to get suspended after tonight. So
yeah,
why not throw all caution to the wind and go for it, you know?
Looking through the rest of our field now, and this is completely shaking up the order now. I mean, we have a whole different ball game now. Garrett A. White in second, Gabe Cazzola in fourth, Aiden Walker in fourth. Dimitri Moondros has been in the back for pretty much the entire second half of the race. He is now in seventh, followed by Aiden Arevalo in eighth, Lily in ninth, and Aiden Smith in 10th.
A real normal driver that's out front here is...
I mean, Trafari can't stay out there with that kind of car. I mean, he has to come in at some point if he can't get the hood down. I think he's going to do the same thing right here, I think. He's trying to get that hood down.
I don't know why he didn't. Well,
what he's trying to do here, let's get the onboard here just so we get an idea of what he's seeing.
Right now, he's not done it down this. I feel like this would have been the best corner to do it into.
He can't see.
That is true. He would probably kill himself if he didn't.
He literally can't see. This is what he's seeing right now. Yeah, he's got to get that hood down.
Dude, how does he not have a meatball flag?
He almost ran into Thurston right there.
If he ran into Thurston, oh my god.
They're going to have to call him into the pits. I can't imagine that they're going to have him restart like that.
Oh my god, there's a kitten in my room.
So he's going to do it again right here. He's going to try to go ahead here and try to get the hood down. But you can see it's not working. He's not able to get the hood down.
I grabbed his kitty. What's White doing? He didn't pit. He's still out there.
And we're double filed here, so...
Oh no.
We'll see whether they black flag him or not. They might give him an EOL.
No.
There's no way Dunn lets him go like that.
That might be even more dangerous, because if he misses the corner, well, no one's in front of him, he gets the ball.
Dunn, I know you're watching this broadcast. All right, he's trying to get the hood down.
Oh, my PC smells like smoke. That's good. Hey, kitty!
If Dunn has to give him an EOL, I mean, he can't be out there on the front row and he can't even see.
No,
he stays out there and is in second, he can't see, and he goes straight on, probably just takes out himself. If he's at the back and goes straight on, this is a lose-lose situation. They can't just send him to the back. They got to send him down pit road. There's no way. They've got to, like, give him a minute hold or something. Can't manually.
I mean, you have to think about this. I mean, Trafari can't afford to lose more points. He knows he's getting suspended after this due to his wreck with Justin Rott earlier. So at the very least, he might as well just try, but I mean, you can't race out there.
And what are you talking about, Sharko?
Yeah, that's a funny one. I thought there was a Nazi thing on the race car.
Oh, we're losing our minds.
I guess we're keeping him out there. Well, Connor Trafari, James Thurston, rivals for multiple seasons now, are about to go at it into turn 1 to decide this one. And if anything happens between Thurston or Trafari, Nicholas Budimlik and Garrett White are there to pick up the pieces. James Thurston won last week at Charlotte, trying to make it 2 in a row, really trying to demolish that sophomore slump we saw from him at the beginning of the season. It was awful for James before Charlotte, and he's really turning it around. And with his main competition, Van Drugman, out of the way, there's really only one man in the way now. It's the man right next to him that can't even see out his windshield. Oh boy, this is going to get really silly really quick. As we're coming to the restart, first overtime attempt, Thurston's away. Let's settle it here at the Circle K Grand Prix.
Thurston got away very well. Once again, they're side by side for that second place spot. That's that 0-1 of Nicholas Budimlik on the inside. A little bit of contact there.
He's in the wall coming out of turn 1. Budimlik trying to make the move around the outside. And Nicholas Budimlik is in second place. Now it's Garrett White versus Aiden Walker for 4th with Gabe Cazzolo going on.
On this back straightaway, though, I wonder, will Budimlik be able to catch him? He's got a clean car and some fairly new tires. Out into the double right-hander. Oh, Trafari's hit the wall big time.
And he's in the wall. It's over. And the hood is still up. He cannot see through these corners. Everyone taking evasive action as he's up against the wall. And Connor is trying to get the hood up, but it keeps flapping. He finally gets it down, but it's far too late for Connor Trafari as they continue to race on. Dimitri Munoz with a dive on Aiden Arevalo.
Arevalo, who's fought back in this race after getting in a couple of crashes. They stack up through the section, but he's fought back pretty well after a couple crashes this race to put this car in this position. Very good race so far as the 26 of White smacks the wall.
Just jostling for position, rolled on, looking down inside on Daniel Botting, ain't gonna work. Ball heist on the inside, Kayla Hankins, and Van Drugman trying to pick up whatever pieces he can out of what should have been his first career victory.
Well, white flag has been taken from James Thurston. He leads the field off with a pretty good gap at a turn 1, and he pretty much has got this race in the bag.
Unless there's any mistakes, here comes Aiden Walker for second. Down the inside on Nicholas Budimlik. Budimlik's just going to go ahead and give it to him. Aiden Walker will salvage a second place finish out today as Garrett A. White hits the wall. Gabe Cazola in 5th. Then it's going to be Aiden Arevalo in 6th, followed by Moondros, Lilly, Hyder, and Collins rounding out the top 10.
Will White be able to get Budimlik? Budimlik looks like he's struggling. It looked like he was fine until this lap hit. Now, all of a sudden, that car's turned off. He's right on him down the back straightaway.
As we go up into turn 5, Nicholas Budimlik trying to get a top 3 spot. Garrett A. White sending it in sideways. Wheel hop by Garrett as he goes through turn 5 and sideways off the corner.
Yeah, he got big sideways now over this hill into this final.
Into the wall, Daniel Botting, turn 5. Oh, and Marcus Vanderlee runs through him in turn 5.
Now to the final 2 corners, James Thurston. Up the hill for the final time tonight.
As he's coming through the final corner now, James Thurston, his sophomore slump is over. 2 for 2. here at Chicago Street Course. An incredible victory for James Thurston as he declares himself a championship favorite once again. An incredible run by Aiden Walker for second, and Nicholas Budimlik, his best finish in the iRacing era, a third place finish for him as they all pile up into turn 1.
What did I say? I didn't predict him to win on the pre-race like I did last week, but I said that there was a vibe change on this 96 car, and it seems to be the case. It's 2 wins in a row as they start to get this season fully turned around and right back on track from last season. The top 3 are oh my god.
They're all fucking crashing over here in turns 3 and 4. And he's going to go burn it down all throughout the streets of Chicago, Illinois. And while he does that, let's take a look here at our finishing results. After an incredible 44 laps of action, it'll be James Thurston getting the victory over Aiden Walker, Nicholas Budimlik in 3rd, Garrett White in 4th, Gabe Cazzola in 5th, Aiden Arevalo in 6th, with Dimitri Mundros, Chris Lilly, Corbin Collins, and Ryan Arnold rounding out the top 10. Moving on to outside our top 10 now, we got Diego Roldan finishing 11th, Van Drugman in 12th, Connor Ballheis in 13th, Kayla Hoinkins 14th, followed by Jeremy Lewis in 15th, and Daniel Botting 16th. Aiden Smith in 17th, Connor Trafari 18th, Marcus in 19th, and AJ Hyder 1 lap down in 20th. Oh my, yeah. That's going to be a bad one, but he has all the points to back up on, so he'll be just fine. Clinton McDonald in 21st, Justin Rott 22nd, Aiden Robertson in 23rd, followed by Jason Samito in 24th. Then it's going to be Jason Marshall in 25th, Jason Gallagher in 26th, followed by Wayne A. Kennedy, Robert Eccleberry, Owen Chabinski, and Ethan Moses, rounding out the top 30. And rounding it up, it's going to be Pravin Vijaykumar and Michael Steinbach, rounding out the field. And before we go over to our post-race coverage, let's take a quick look at that accident that brought out that final crash of the night.
Thurston with an awesome burnout on this front straightaway. I should have picked him to win 2 weeks in a row, but he blew it up.
Here's what happened.
Street today.
Daniel Botting into turn 5, and I think, yep, it's solely self-inflicted. Wheel hopped, was perfect all day until right till the end, and Marcus Vanderlee from all the way back, I think is going to do the same exact thing. I don't even think he realizes what's going on. Hey, yep, same exact deal. Wheel hops into the corner, and he's just going to fly into Daniel Botting and tear apart the front end of the car. Not a great way for both of their nights to end.
Oh my goodness, he came out and took McDonald out too.
Oh, yeah, he did. And with that, we will be going over to our post-race coverage. But before I do, I have to go take a piss. Hey, really quickly, Aiden, can you talk really quickly? Or not Aiden, Levi.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Okay, so they can hear you. I will be right back. I have to go take a piss. Say stuff to them. Talk to them, Levi. Talk to them.
I don't know what to say. Very impressive race from James Thurston today. Thurston, was kind of lagging back there the whole time in second, just outside of the picture from Van Drugman. But at the end of it, Van Drugman choked, and Thurston was there to capitalize on it and conquer the streets of Chicago this year for the first ASCA street course on iRacing. Aiden Walker came home P2 after also kind of just lurking in the background tonight. He needed a night like that. He had a couple of bad races in a row there. A second place result to turn around his night. And Budimlik, like Gavin said, his best result on iRacing in the 2 seasons. Very impressed with him tonight. And when Gavin gets back, we'll get a word with the race winner. And John ASCA is staring into everybody's soul. Chris Lilly, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you fat. I'm fat too. Okay.
All right. Oh my God, my liver. Whoa. All right, I'm back.
Oh.
We're doing this. It's time. All right. And with that, let's go ahead and begin our post-race coverage. And let's firstly talk to our winner, James Thurston. James, at the beginning of the season, the narrative was, that you weren't performing, that you weren't getting the finishes, but the last 2 races, race victories for you there, James. How was the racing out there tonight, and how'd you get it done?
Yeah, that was a tough one, man. I clocked the wall so many times. I kept thinking I was going to break the car, and it never broke it good enough to really ruin it. I had a ton of aero damage, but I don't think I ever got suspension damage. So the thing, it never really drove bad. It probably looked not so great, but I think everybody's car looked like that. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was one of the quickest, if not the quickest. It was just so hard to get by Van there early, and then I kind of got stuck battling some guys behind him, and kind of just got shuffled back a couple spots behind, and had to sort of just wait for the right opportunity to come along, which it did. And we went up there and we grabbed the lead real quick, and then they started wrecking each other all behind. So yeah, man. I mean, that's probably one of the most caution-filled races I've ever had here.
And James, when it comes to the turnaround of your season, how does it feel to finally be back on track with the performance you had last season with 2 wins in a row?
It was never really gone. I just kind of had some races that there was nothing I could do skill-wise to really do better. I think back to like a couple races ago in Michigan. That one I feel like was going to be a win if we could have not lagged out or whatever happened. But as long as we can stay in there for all the laps, I'm always going to be up there. Just happy to be here doing good things on road courses. I love road courses. I don't like this track that much, but any track that has left and right corners, I'm happy to be on. So yeah.
Well, James, I'm going to go ahead and leave you to it, buddy. 2 wins in a row, really turning around your season performance-wise. Congratulations on your victory, bud.
Oh, yes. Also, thank you to Murphy Esports, Power Smash, Infinity Speed Motorsports, Cardano, Drip Drops, and everybody who makes this thing go fast.
Yeah, you better not forget that. And there is James Thurston with his victory. Let's talk to second place. Aiden Walker, we expected you to be out front, and you were, but you were missing a little bit of pace that the top guys were running. What were you missing out there tonight?
I think it was just mainly usually, this is a track that I'm usually not the greatest with, just because I usually kind of, most of the time I'm usually a little bit more conservative with things, which I think really shows here. But overall, just staying out of the carnage. Besides when Chris and Van had the little tangle, but yeah, overall, really good race.
Well, Aiden, I want to ask you one other thing. When it comes to the pit strategy before the caution started coming out, what was your approach to those pit strategies to get track position on the track? Because you were in kind of just a place of your own, really. I think the only people you were really racing with during that middle portion of the race was Hyder when he started catching you. So when it came to that pit strategy, when it was time to pit, what were you thinking about trying to advance your track position?
Really, when I saw Connor, AJ, and Thurston pit really early compared to what me and Van were thinking, because I was in a VC with him, I was just thinking, okay, they're probably gonna get held up in traffic, which they did, or get major damage, which Connor got a major amount of damage after I don't know what happened, but there's something that happened back there that caused a lot of...
He wrecked, he dumped Justin Rott. Let's just say he's not racing next week. Yeah, he wrecked Justin Rott.
He also got into Thurston.
Yeah, so after that pit cycle there, I was like, okay, I think I should have a shot to get up Thurston, which I was catching him by a good amount, just overall that tire advantage that got me a little bit more, but then we had that caution, of course. I think it was like around like turn 7 or something when they had like some parking lot and things, and the race kind of just went downhill from there. Pid pretty much got stuck in 5th every single restart besides the final one where I started in 6th. But besides that, finally kept myself out of as much carnage this week, unlike last week. Last week was on me, but this week was just trying to just get back into the flow of, not wrecking every week and things. So overall, really good race. Gotta thank my sponsors, Hyperco, Blue Line Tennessee, Coggle Motor Company, Lively's Custom Diecast, and I guess I'll shout out my photography account, Aiden Walker Photography, on Instagram and Twitter. Go follow those accounts if you have either platforms. So Also, Levi, I owned you at K1 last week.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. That's enough. That's enough. Let's bring in the third place guy.
All right. Well, congratulations on the runner-up finish here, Aiden Walker. Apparently, I'm getting word from the board chat that some people might not be getting suspended that definitely should be. But we'll have those discussions when we need to. Anyway, congratulations on your second place finish, Walker.
Thank you.
And with a shocking performance, Nikki B brings it
Hey.
home, P3.
It's me.
Nikki, what was the pace like tonight? How'd you get a third place finish out of it?
Well, let me tell you this, Gavin. The pace was shit. I only did an hour of practice. And my golly, I'm glad to have a P3.
And here, Nikki, I want to ask you, what was going on with you and Moondros at the start of this race?
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, we're not talking about. You might have some explaining to do because
so
what?
in my mind, I saw Moondros. I saw a Revelo wreck. So I'm like, all right, I'll give some space for Moondros. And he cuts the wheel 180 degrees into my door. So now I'm pissed. I'm like, dude, what's your problem, man? And he's like, oh, I did nothing. So we go into the next corner, and he takes like the inside line. So I'm like, I don't see that. I thought I'm clear of him. And then he comes out of nowhere. I see him. I'm trying to go all the way to the outside of the racetrack, and he's pushing me into the wall. So in my mind, I thought that I was getting junked by Moondros. So I cut my wheel right, and I wrecked his ass. And then I wrecked myself.
Well, there's Nicholas's part of the story, but besides from that altercation, a third place finish for you. I think that's the best finish you've had in the iRacing era. So congratulations, Nikki, on your third place run. And hopefully we'll see more of you in the future, you being up front.
You will not. You will not. You will not.
We will not. Well, with that, Levi, final thoughts?
It was a pretty exciting race. A lot of the front contenders got taken out and junked, so it made it pretty interesting there at the end, and a little bit of a wreck fest, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think we expected anything pretty, but all things considered, I think the fact that we had such a long run in the middle of the race was honestly pretty impressive. Obviously, towards the end is when people started freaking out and people started losing their mind, but overall, a pretty good race, all things considered, and congratulations to James Thurston for a second win of the season. I mean, we need more competition to go after Thurston. When it becomes playoff time, he's going to need all the competition he can get. So I'm more than pleased to have Thurston back at form. We'll be back next week, everybody, for the second half of the Chicago doubleheader. We will be running at Chicagoland Speedway for the running of the Road Stock race. I think it's at the Road Stock 180. I don't really know. But we will see you all